go to the YouTube video under something called social media. Okay? I think I just switched over to that account.
It says your storage is full on your phone. Now, that's not your iCloud. That means you filled up the phone with crap.
Yeah, I'll go through it.
Okay.
I'm going to go through that later today.
Okay.
I can't do it right now. I'll go through all my screenshots and videos that I need to go through. I think that'll clear stuff over it.
Yeah. I can't even get YouTube to start, honey.
Hold on. Yeah, just got it open. Honey, well, no, that's not it. Oh, honey, you were clicking an ad. My sword just...
I've clicked on YouTube, okay? The ad...
That's fake.
Okay, so how do you get rid of the ad?
You don't. You just scroll.
Okay, all right, cool.
Well, you were clicking on saying your storage is full.
All right, cool.
Well, then an ad, and it's also what I looked into. That ad right there is a fucking scam.
Yeah, of course. You don't want to download any apps.
I'm not downloading it. But I
right.
do have to go through.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Very good. So, hello, Megan. Hello, Wayne. Oh, yeah. Sure. Because Dottie sure is working hard this morning. Yeah.
I cleaned it up.
Yeah, okay.
I'm cleaning up after breakfast.
Right.
Or whatever you want to call it. I guess we have some life updates, right?
Okay.
The bitch is out of our house. Leave.
We had a tenant named Ree, who for some reason spelled it L-I. But she is gone. I know I'm probably telling people that already know this, but maybe some of you don't know that we had a tenant, Chinese lady, and she was just the worst fucking person on earth.
Yeah.
And even though I don't think that's the case with Chinese people in general, we definitely will not rent to another Chinese person for sure, or any Asian of any kind for sure because of her. And we have to put all kinds of crazy rules in the lease now because of her. Like right now, there's no rules in the lease that say, hey, don't take a big fucking dump in the living room. You know? Don't hide dead bodies in your closet. We don't have anything like that in the lease because, you know, you shouldn't have to say those things. Now, she didn't do those two things, but she did a lot of crazy nonsense that now we have to state in the lease that's going to make us look crazy because people are going to be like, why are you putting these crazy rules in here? What is this? Like, well, it's because these things actually happened with this crazy Chinese lady. So now there are rules, such as don't wipe vegetables on the counter. Don't turn on the stove and then go take a nap. You know, things like that. Yeah, like 4 hours, right. So she's gone, and she also did all kinds of awful stuff that we'll probably talk more about. Like right now, we're in here. So she would definitely be coming in here and fucking occupying space for 3.5 hours and be like right by the camera going, eating like that. That's how she sounds. I mean, it's not exaggeration. For those of you who heard it before, you can confirm what I'm saying. And
I know Megan heard it.
Yeah, I can't remember who said it, but they said it's like a yard animal. I think it was Rashid or something.
Rashid or Craig or someone that's in here all
It was like a yard animal. You're not kidding, man. And of course, this is nice and clean now compared to all the garbage she had there before. If you saw that before, it's just got a few things there that we're either going to use today or are moving out of the kitchen. We got some stuff over there on the other side. We're moving out of the kitchen as well.
I'll tell you what's hilarious. We had to give her an eviction notice, and we'll get more on that later. But get this, she wrote a letter to us stating that she wrote us a letter saying, what was it? It was like, I am moving out or something.
First of all,
what is it? I'm trying to figure out how to word
this
it.
woman, when she went to move in, there was a lease, right? And we were hoping somebody would sign a lease for a year. And she was like, oh, you know, I don't want to do that. I was hoping you would be Frakschreiber. And I'm like, be what? Frakschreiber, right? Now, already I had told her, you tell me what you want, okay? If you don't want it to be a year, if you want it to be 6 months or 3 months or whatever, you tell me. And that's what I'll put on the lease, and that's the lease we'll sign. And she's like, what, you could be Frakschreiber. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. And it turned out she was saying flexible. I could be flexible. And I said, it doesn't get any more flexible than that. I'm telling you to tell me what you want. That's as flexible as it gets. So she said she wanted me to put 3 months on there, so I did. So from day one, she would write a check, and in the memo, she would say, my move-out date is in 3 months. And then the next one, it said in 2 months, etc. So after that came and went, she didn't move out. But every month, if it was April, she'd be like, move-out date, April 30th. Or April 13th, May 13th, wait, because it was on the 13th. And if it was May, and it was the 13th, and she was paying, she'd be like, well, it's June 13th, I'm moving out. Every month she would write this. And then she started, after a while, writing all kinds of crazy notes. She broke one of the eyes of the stove. And then I didn't fix it for a while, because there's 3 other eyes. She doesn't need to have that 4th eye, and I'll tell you why. But she would write a big old note on there, please fix eye on the stove, etc. And it's like, bitch, you can write whatever you want, but if you fill up the face of that check with words and they don't take it, you're fucked. All right? So I thought, I'm just going to let her keep doing that, because one day I'm going to hold her to it. Mm-hmm. And that day came. And then, she gave her notice. The next month she tried to pay rent, and I said, nah, we're not taking your rent. And I'll tell you more about that. Mm-hmm. I said, we're not taking your rent. And I put void on it and put it under her door. I said, you got to go. You got to move out. And she wrote the check again and laid it out here in the kitchen. I wrote void on it and put it under her door. I said, we're not accepting your payment. You got to go. And then I went to the magistrate court, and they said, well, you got to give her 30-day notice, even though she gave notice and didn't move out. So that bitch lived here for free for a month. And luckily, that was it. It could have been worse. She could have stayed around after that and then waited to get a dispossessory warrant issued and then waited to get a court date. She could have extended that by not responding until the 7th day to that dispossessory warrant and then waiting to get a court date. It could have taken another month. And even if she didn't know that, which is what I assume it is, because she was just the most stubborn, defiant person on earth in the worst way, not a good way. And she must not have known that. Either that or she just didn't want to deal with court because she's a communist spy. So, she's gone, finally. The last 3 days she was here, she occupied this entire fucking kitchen. The things from those 2 cabinets there took up the entire fucking kitchen somehow. And the dish drainer, everything. Just awful. And I just shut up and put up with it so she got the fuck out. But she's gone, and that's a huge relief. It kind of sucks having to not get the income, but it wasn't worth it. And I'll tell you why. I would have put up with it maybe forever, had this thing not happened and we came home and that check had been there, I would have accepted it. But she does this thing where, I'm going to dictate terms and I'm going to make you wait. Right? And it always took her 2.5 to 3.5 hours to cook one meal for one person. Okay? And when it came time to get her check, I was like, okay, write the check and we'll get out of your way and we'll take that to the landlord, which is not us. Okay? And she's like, well, let me cook first. And I'm like, no. I know how you do. You're telling me, what you're saying to me is wait 3 hours. I'm telling you, we got stuff to do, but we'll take care of this right now. Just do it. Take you 1 minute.
Literally.
And then we'll just go. She wouldn't do it. She was super stubborn about it. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to cut the stove off. There's not going to be a stove. Okay, so if I leave here, and we waited like an hour before I did this, and I said, look, if I leave here without that check, I'm just going to cut the stove off, and, you know, you can forget the cooking. And then it became 3 hours. And I said, okay, now I'm leaving, and the stove will be off. I'll take the stove out of here. There won't be a stove. You will have no stove, right? And I left. I cut the breaker off, and I zip-tied the breaker box closed. I get where I'm going and begin to do work. And I get a call, and it's a cop. And he's like, oh, you can't cut this off. You can't be cutting this off. And I was like, well, you know I live there too, right? Yeah, but you can't do that. You can't do that, Mr. Gwynn. And I'm like, okay, so, and he goes, you can't cut off no utilities. I said, utilities? I said, no, I didn't cut off the electricity or the water or anything. I would have if I could have, but I can't, the water. And he's like, oh, no, you can't, you don't, let's not do this now, Mr. I was like, well, which is it? Is it utilities or appliances? Because all I cut off is stuff. Now, come on now, Mr. Gwynn, let's not do this. I'm like, okay, so appliances, just say that, right? I said, I'll tell you what, you go in there and you turn it on. He goes, I'm going to need you to come turn it on. I was like, you go turn it on. He's like, all right. So I was trying to guide him to some scissors for the zip tie. I told him, so where are you now? You're in the kitchen? Yeah. I'm like, you see that big mess over there on the counter? Well, I don't know nothing about no mess. I can't. I was like, look, don't worry about whether you feel it's a mess or not. Can you see it? Well, I don't know about no. I was like, yeah. But can you see it? Well, I said, but I'm trying to guide you to some scissors, man. You're going to need some scissors. You're like, no, I don't need no scissors. I was like, okay. We'll go around to the laundry area and you'll see the zip tie. Then it took him like fucking 8 minutes to get it off of there. It's like, dude, you'd be done now if your dumb fucking ass went over there, got the scissors, and cut it. But you're stupid, which is probably why you do what you do for a living, right? So he turned it on, and I texted her and said, you're evicted now. You got to go.
While you were on the phone with him?
Yeah, while I'm on the phone with him. And he's like, you're not letting me finish. But he goes, well, if you work it out, I said, no. She can't call the motherfucking cops on me in my own home and expect to stay there. He's like, well, all right. I was like, okay, thank you. You know? And I said, you might want to tell her. Also, one other thing this motherfucker did, man. Earlier, I had my phone, right? And Lee took a stack of papers. This is just like one paper here, or a couple papers. She had a big stack of them, right? And she goes, bam, and hits my hand with it. I'm like, hey, you know what you did is assault, right? And it's on camera. I'm like, so that's assault, what you did. You can't be doing that. You could get arrested for that, you know? And she, I just know that's all you. I'm like, yeah, technically you did, right? Now let me say this: if she had done that to that cop, instantly he would have took her to the ground, arrested her, charged her with assaulting an officer. There's no question about that. But since she had called the cops on me, I said, well, if we're playing this game, hey, she assaulted me earlier. I have it on camera. Oh, now, Mr. Gwynn, did you have to go to the hospital? Did you? I'm like, no, I did not. Well, I'm like, dude, okay, I see what you're doing. No problem. So it doesn't matter if she does that. Fine. You know, what a piece of shit, huh? Because he would have fucking immediately, if she had done that to him, he would have taken every opportunity right then to put her away and to take her down forcefully. Right? Oh, that's how cops are, right? You get touched. Oh, it's assault on an officer. Oh, my God. You talk too loud and spray a little bit in their face. Oh, it's assault on an officer. Right? That's how they are. Every little fucking, the breeze hit me too hard. It's assault on an officer. Right? But then when it happened to me, no big deal. Did you need stitches? Did you have to go to the hospital? And by the way, this is a white cop. If you thought this whole time he was black because I'm talking this way, you're a fucking racist.
Huh?
Okay. No, he was black.
No, I was like, I know what I saw.
He was black. He was
I
black.
swear.
Right, because, you know, obvious things. So anyway, I said to him, hey, you better let her know that she cannot do that to people. Before you leave there, you might want to let her know that. That's just me doing her a little favor there, saying, you know, because she may get away with it this time, but you better let her know she can't do that ever again to anybody, right? And then I go to court, and they say, well, you got to give her 30-day notice, so I did that, and we waited, and now she's gone. So we may never get the smell out of that room.
It's bad.
I've had to air it out every day and Lysol shit out of it every day. I need to get up. This is a 2-story building. So what I discovered one day is the ceiling here is not the floor upstairs. There's like this much space in between them, which I never realized until not that long ago. So I feel like that area needs to be fumigated as well. I need to go up in her closet, well, not her closet anymore, but what was her closet, and remove the panel and spray in there and everything and try to get rid of that stench, because it is just terrible. She was just absolutely disgusting. She never took a shower one time. And I know that because you can hear the water running. When you're upstairs, you can hear the water running when it's running downstairs. If you flush the toilet, you can hear it. If you run a shower. My uncle and cousins used to live here, and I could hear it when they're taking a shower. They can hear it when I'm taking a shower. I flush the toilet. You can hear it. Right? She only ever ran the water 8 to 10 seconds.
At a time.
Ever. In her tub, she had these large dog bowls, like you feed a dog with, right? And I inspected the room from time to time. And one time there was like this goop floating in one of them and this, like, I don't know, like liquid with white dots in it in the other. So she couldn't have been bathing out of those, like a basin-style 1800s cowboy-type bath, whore's bath, whatever you want to call it. She couldn't have been doing it then. I had always assumed, well, these bowls must be how she's washing herself. Or where she works, maybe there's a facility at which she can shower while she's at work. But, and I'm sure there is, okay? Just because I know where she worked, or works probably. And there's definitely showers there and stuff. It's a federal law enforcement training center. So there's definitely gyms and whatnot. So maybe she was taking a shower at work, but if that were the case, she wouldn't smell so fucking bad.
It was awful.
And I know these Far East Asianers, not everybody in Asia, clearly India's in Asia, you know, but these Far East Asianers think, oh, we have genetics that mean we don't have BO. Guess what? You stink. All right, you might not have the same kind of body odor as a European, but you stink. You gotta take a bath or a shower. You can't not do it forever. All right? So I'll probably bitch more about her, but I'm going to stop for a minute because we're going to do some stuff.
Craig said, we got Craig in here.
Hey, Craig.
He just got in the chat. He goes, oh, Lord, what did I miss? I'll rewind to catch up. So I just said tenant got evicted. But yeah, you might, let's just say, Craig, shit went down. We got Ryan asking, hi, Todd and Dottie, how was your Christmas?
It was very good. How was yours?
It was very good. And we got Magically Ever Melanie in the chat. Red said maybe she'll be back and hiding in the crawl space.
Right. Stinking. Anyway.
So, our Christmas was good. We were in Virginia Beach for 2 weeks. No snow, unfortunately. I got hopeful one day because the weather said it was supposed to, and it just rained all day. So, you don't have to delete your message, Ryan. He was asking how our Christmas was and then deleted his message.
It's very good. I hope yours was good too. Have you been on the TV lately?
This is, I think, a different Ryan.
Was that Ryan Burke?
I don't know. It's a different username.
What does it say?
Ryan K. It's not. No. Hold on.
I've asked a simple question.
I know. I don't know.
Let me see.
They put their whole.
It says Ryan KU9LC.
Oh.
That's probably Ryan Burke. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what's called a brand account, I think.
Oh. Yeah, and then he's asking, "How was your Christmas?" It was good. It was very, very good. Thank you, Megan. That's what we thought. That's so weird. I think Todd's making another coffee. Oh, speaking of Christmas, our Christmas decorations are still up in our house. Megan said YouTube does this thing now where it doesn't show their full YouTube name.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah, well, when you sign up for brand accounts, in other words, for instance, I have one account that is the actual account I log in to YouTube with and to Google. But when I get to YouTube, I can say switch account. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to turn on this Roku.
Red said bitter cold, snow up north, more coming my way.
And you'll see that when I go to YouTube, it asks me who's watching. And I'll reveal some names here. Wait a minute, I have to actually, it didn't ask me this time because I've used it earlier today. Who's watching? And you can see I have different things here. But the truth is, these are all under that account. The shit's in the car. Right? All these. Adelaide Goodwill. Added you back. Add me, I'll add you back. Add me, I'll add you back. Added you back. You added me, and I added you back. 3 of 31523, and 2 of 31523, and Q. All Star Trek references, of course, sort of.
Here you go.
So those are all actually under the shit's in the car. That's the only real Google account. And the others are called brand accounts. In other words, I logged in one time and it offers all of those. Likewise, it assigns an email address. I don't even know the email address to each of them, but Google automatically assigns an email address to each one of those, right? And that crazy name there, I'm assuming, is a brand account that Ryan has, and that's the crazy email address for it.
Megan had a question, Todd. So, when are you guys going to tell us what add winter slowly means?
Well, what it means, or what the little secret is to it.
Right, I said it, so I guess I'm not sure yet, Megan.
Right. Well, what we said before is when we get about 10,000 subscribers, we'll talk more about that. But that's a long way away.
Red said cool 46 degrees here for us in Brunswick, Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was cold.
Megan said the secret.
Yes. It's that what you put out into the universe is what you bring. No, that's it's called the law of attraction. No, the secret, it's a thing. It's a cult.
Yeah. Not when Todd said 10,000, I guess.
Yeah. So that's never going to happen, obviously, because we don't go to Disney every day. But
if I could tell you, Megan, I would. But
when we try to do other type of content that isn't us at Disney, it doesn't seem to attract that many views, you know. When we are at Disney for multiple days, streaming for multiple days in a row, it attracts views. And I'm sure if we could just be there every single day, then it would the subscriber base would just take off. But we can't do that.
Craig said, okay, caught up. That's quite a story. That could be a miniseries. What is the disaster of a tenant? And then Megan said, I'll pay for you to have 9,000 more followers, LOL.
No, thank you. We don't want that.
No.
That in fact, somebody did do that and made us very mad because it boosted our actual count by like 200. Very upsetting to me. And that person used to be around all the time. Now they're not. And they annoy the shit out of me, but I don't hate them or anything. She might hate them.
Oh, I do. There's no question about it.
But that is not something we want. It only creates problems.
Megan said, Todd.
Yeah.
Megan said, this.
Yeah, Josh.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Josh.
It was Josh, Megan.
I told him, do not do that, and he did it anyway. I strictly said, do not do that, because he said, do you want me to do that? I'm like, hell no, I don't want you to do that. He did it anyway. I told him, look, that's the kind of mentality a rapist has, dude. You know what I mean?
I guess I can say I hate Josh. No. Craig said, yeah, plenty of channels don't grow organically. The purchase of bots boosts stud count.
Yeah, but you know what it doesn't boost is your actual views and hours that people view.
Megan said, go on.
So everything gets all out of whack. Like, well, why does this person have 1 million followers
right.
and they only have 1,000 views on this video? Doesn't make sense, does it? It's obvious what's going on.
Right, yeah.
Right, it's obvious not only to everyone, but to YouTube itself.
Megan, go on.
And they will just suspend your account sometimes.
Oh, yeah, they will.
They generally, they don't care, but it can happen.
Megan said, I don't even know if you could. I didn't know you could pay for other people
Oh, yeah.
more followers. I was only kidding. Oh, Megan, we know.
No, we don't think you're going to do that.
No, we know. Megan, I'm not worried.
Yeah, but yeah, you absolutely can. You can not only pay for subscribers that either the effect that I just described happens, or YouTube notices them and just kicks them off. They no longer, you know, your subscriber count will go up and then right back down. And you can, you know, pay for actual clicks and views and comments, things like this. But they're all very low quality crap bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had the skill, you could do it all yourself with AI robots.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the point of all of that? You know?
Megan said, explains why Josh only has, and then she put it in quotes, okay? 34K followers, and some of his videos only have 26 views in 5 years. Well, yeah.
Now, doesn't that make sense? Yeah, yeah.
That makes total sense, right? There's no...
That is why.
What... Can I speak freely, Todd?
Yeah.
What bothered me the most of this whole Josh situation, and Todd, you can attest to this or whatever, I had a plan for when we hit a big number on social media. I wanted to do it. We earned it, you know?
Right. Yeah, he fucked up our 1K.
I had a plan for a 1K little celebration here at home, and Josh, you fucking ruined it.
Yep.
And I have no problem saying that now.
Right. So that's very upsetting.
And Todd knows.
And we haven't really talked about that publicly or anything, but that's the deal. Very, very upsetting. Very annoying.
Granddot's in the chat.
Hey, Granddot.
Hi, Granddot. How are you feeling? How are you doing? We heard you got a new chair, which is excellent. We're happy to hear that chair that you had for a long time was getting old. Megan said, yeah, that stinks. Can you remove it?
Remove what?
The subscribers that Josh...
No.
No, but it'll be okay. Craig said, wondered what happened to that dude.
Oh, he texts me like every damn day.
And he's blocked on all my social media accounts, and I don't give a fuck if he knows I hate him. Red said, hi, Dorothy, to Granddot.
Mm-hmm.
And Todd and I are open with you guys, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we let you know we're not trying to hide it.
Right, it's just not something I wanted to give any attention.
Right, but, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, this being said, it's fun.
Granddot said, hang in there, new chair is nice.
Good.
That's great. We're happy that you got one. We were going to make a couple things to... Did you order something?
Yeah, I ordered that quick set cylinder removal tool.
Did you order it from Amazon by chance?
I did.
I think it's on Amazon, man. Pulling up to our house.
Okay.
Megan said, what kind of cake are you baking today? We've got, actually my mom gave us a couple cake mixes. Thanks, Mom. The Betty Crocker favorite super moist cake mix, butter yellow. Oh yeah, he's coming up.
Okay.
So we got a butter yellow cake mix. And then also, I'm in the mood for some berry blue jello. That's what Mom was saying, Grandot.
What?
Grandot said, put the chair out and someone took it.
Yeah, sure, that's good.
That's good. Hey, it's out of y'all's house, right?
What did Walter call that? Curb alert.
Our friend Walter. Reminds me I call him Tuesday. But yeah, we're going to do some jello and a cake. And then tonight, I think Todd and I decided we're going to do a baked potato night.
Yeah. So, if you get a lock and a doorknob and you install it, and it's quick set at least, and the key hole is upside down. In other words, the flat part is on the top. Quickset says that's fine. But in reality, that's an abomination against God. And that should never happen. Alright? So, what you need to do is forget all the bullshit. Order one of these right here. And this allows you to easily and properly remove that cylinder, turn it over, and push it back in. So I'm going to do that at some point. It may or may not be today. It's been very rainy today, so I don't know that I want to sit there with the door open. Yeah. But we'll see. That's one thing on my agenda, is to properly orient the new locks, because we changed the locks.
We had to.
Like as Lee was moving out, we were changing the locks.
Mm-hmm.
And I only left one lock. And I covered over the deadbolt with a Post-it note that said, use bottom lock only, so that she could still come and go until she was done. But then, boom, lock that deadbolt, you're done here. You know, your key no longer works, etc.
Uh-huh.
But she did turn in her keys, etc. But I just, I know how she does, and I couldn't have her being like, no, I'm going to fucking stick around right now and be stubborn for 3 hours. It's not happening. I'm not getting in another argument with this dumb fucking asshole. So, we were changing the locks, and one was upside down, and, you know, the one in our bedroom is upside down, and so I'm going to fix that too, and this is the tool for it. It was $5.
What's hilarious, when we videoed the whole process of the actual, her giving the keys and all this stuff, she got her deposit, all this stuff, and on the way out, she got on the phone, and she just stood around in the driveway for who knows how long, and we're like, bitch, you gotta fucking go. You can't just stay around.
Yeah, you gotta go now. Get out.
Megan said, I love yellow cake, and then Red said, I get over 100 junk emails a day. Then those spam calls keep the inmates busy.
I tell you, who really loved yellow cake was Saddam Hussein. He really loved it, apparently. But, like George W. Bush said, we got a saying out here in Tennessee, or we got it in Texas. You might have it in Tennessee. Fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, won't get fooled again. Never forget that.
Craig said, Dottie dropping those F-bombs. Laughing face, thumbs up. Well, yeah, I do.
So here's some interesting stuff. Little trick. No,
boy.
I'm not doing a trick.
I was like, which one? This is the new one I haven't.
I'm just kidding. I acted like I was doing the cup and balls or something.
Oh, I know. You're going to make coffee appear in there.
Yeah, right.
That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. Oh, I get it.
No, the Keurig, you know, you buy these little pods and put them in there. They're disposable. And if you want to use any other coffee, you can. Here I have some Minnie Mouse Merry Mint from Joffrey's. And I want to use it with the Keurig, but it came in a bag. This video brought to you by Keurig. No, it's not. It's brought to you by Joffrey's. No, I'm kidding. It's not. I'm just kidding. No, this is very cool. The Keurig there's a couple of ways you could do this. You could go buy these little replacement pods, like at Walmart or wherever. They're purple. They basically just look like this thing, okay, with a lid. Do not buy them. All right, they do not work well. And what happens with those? I'm going to take you in there to the Keurig, and we're going to look at it real quick. We moved our trees out a little further to the left and right. They were kind of in front of the hearth. Now they're off to the side. And those little trees we brought over by the sliding glass doors, they were over here. I just have my DJ equipment over here right now. So we moved those.
I think it looks so much better.
And we put Joseph and Mary and Jesus up there on the hearth rather than on the floor.
We moved our TV.
And the TV was over here on a table where this tree is. We just put it right there. There's two TVs there, but here's the Keurig. We keep it in this corner here. So the Keurig, you know, you take a pod and you put it right there, and then you clamp down this thing. And when you do, there's a thing that pokes a hole in it in the top and bottom. But it turns out, and if you buy one of those that I was talking about from Walmart, it just sits right in there, has a special orientation, and when you do run the coffee, it all pours out the side here. It should pour out the direct middle in the bottom, but it doesn't. It pours out all along the side, just drips everywhere. Now, it turns out this thing comes out, which is a lot easier to do with two hands. And this comes out. This is just the pod holder, and you'll notice the shape of this thing. It looks a lot like those things I had in there. Now I'll show you those things. And there's two versions. We'll look at some Christmas decorations on the way. The Campbell Soup collections from 1983, 84, 85. Good.
Are you so oblivious?
I guess so. She's laughing at some shit. I don't know what. She's like, I'm paying attention to something. Clearly, there's something somewhere where I'm not paying attention. I don't know what it is, and I guess she'll just never say.
You gotta find them.
Okay. So now, notice how this is shaped like that. So you put some coffee in there, you put that in there, you put the lid on, and that whole holder that you saw is replaced by this. And this works good. But then they made an improved model. And I agree, it is improved for a variety of reasons. The main one of which being the difference in height of these baskets. You could put more coffee in here. It's got this little wall up here near the top. There's no danger of liquids coming out so high up. This doesn't go as far down in there, which is fine. And then this has this locking cap. This one locks on too. But this one does work a lot better. And there's this little clip that goes on the side here for use with a different type of Keurig. So this is universal for the newer types of Keurigs as well. So we got these at the Disabled Veterans thrift store just up the block from Pam's house, which is Dottie's mother. And another thing we got at a thrift store in Virginia Beach is a 2-tablespoon scoop with a long handle. That's very convenient. This is the box, by the way, that these things come in. Looks like that. It's called My K-Cup. Son of a bitch bastard. Anyway, that's what it looks like. So we got a scoop here. It says, it says Starbucks coffee on it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I guess it came from Starbucks.
Well, they must use it there.
Well, I don't think so. I think they just sell everything to everybody all the time. This is a 2 tablespoon cup with a long handle. So that's nice and convenient. And you really don't need a funnel. But sometimes I've been using a funnel and sometimes I haven't.
Yeah.
But you can just...
you can find these draw-free coffees at TJ Maxx.
hold it in a certain way and then just dump that right in there. And put the lid on there. Yeah, I've been using a little container to keep them in. Give me the thinner one.
Oh, sorry.
Just a little Tupperware container.
Literally.
That allows you to use whatever coffee you like or have, whatever. You don't even have to like it.
Well, I think you should if you're fine.
Yeah, you probably should.
But, like I said, you can get these at TJ Maxx and Joffrey's. I've seen some there before, so I assume this is where my family member got it for us.
Yeah, I don't know where they got it. Probably, because we've definitely seen them there.
Oh, yeah, we've seen them there. Now, Megan, if you want Joffrey's, just go look for the coffee at TJ Maxx.
Yep.
In the snack aisle, I guess. I forget where it's usually at.
Well, you know, location may vary from store to store, but ours is on the very back wall.
Yeah.
Like on the end cap facing the back wall.
That's right, that's right. I'm drinking a Diet Coke.
So those are ready to go. I had just a few grounds spilled, but I probably would have even if I used the funnel.
I'm going to put these by our machine.
Okay.
Yeah, and Megan knows what I've been up to the last 2 days, and you just haven't noticed.
Okay.
So if you look on the, I'll give you a hint, if you look on those shelves in the living room, you'll notice stuff.
All right.
That's
So regarding a funnel, I cut this funnel. It used to go longer. This is a silicone funnel. All right. And to make it wider there, I just chopped it off here. So I sometimes I use this funnel, but I use this funnel for a lot of stuff. That having it be wide here is much better than it was. I'm gonna roll this down. You know, there's this there's a little valve right there. This looks like a little dot. There's a valve in there that allows gases to come out of the bag but not go in. So I don't want to roll down and down until I go past that. I just want to roll down to that.
Craig said he thought it was a toilet plunger at first.
What was?
What you were showing, I guess. And Megan said, well, now I want a cup of coffee. I had 1 cup already, Megan.
Are we going to drink this or not?
No, just toss it.
Okay.
We've had that. I didn't like it.
Got this sugar-free Tirani.
No, sugar.
I'd say avoid the sugar-free Tiranis.
That was a gift.
They're a fine product and all, but the sugar-free just wasn't that good.
It was a gift. We tried it. If I'm buying Tirani, honey, or any flavoring, I'm not buying sugar-free.
Tirani, of course, is how you say gelato in Italian. No, not really.
Okay. Look, if you see me blow my nose, I'm not sick. It's just this weather is messing up my sinuses. Like that.
Okay. Alright, there you go.
But, Todd and I aren't big on sugar-free stuff in our house. Like, we actually like the stuff that's supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Megan said, yeah, the sugar-free aren't good.
Well, we found that out.
I will stick.
And I seriously doubt the person that bought that even realized it was sugar-free.
Oh, yeah.
Or has an awareness as much at all.
Yeah. I mean, we appreciated it.
Absolutely.
But when Todd and I go to buy some, they aren't going to be sugar-free. They're going to be how they're supposed to.
I think we have another one around here, but it's not sugar-free.
I don't know. No. Very rarely do Todd and I buy sugar-free stuff.
But the pump, of course, is extremely nice, and we'll definitely be keeping it.
The bottle I don't want.
We're going to put the pump in the bottle.
Oh, okay. Then fine. Do whatever you want with it.
But later, when we have another bottle to put the pump on, we'll put it on there.
Megan said she had a Coke earlier. And I know Todd has probably heard me say this a million times by now since Ding Dong has been moved out of our house. The house feels so different and much more calmer and happier.
This is...
And just way better.
This is annoying. I didn't notice this at first. I'm going to tighten that, and it's tight right here, but I can keep going, and now it comes completely off.
Okay, I haven't noticed
So
that.
be careful if you do get this pump in particular, but I don't know what brand it was. I forget. Give me a second, I'll tell you.
I don't know.
It's this here, the Little Squirt Syrup Pump, Premium Syrup Pump, made for coffee and gourmet syrup bottles, compatible with Torani, Starbucks, Jordan Skinny Girl, 1883 Maison Routine, Da Vinci, Monin 1 liter syrup bottles. BPA for... No, I'm kidding.
We're going to do some baking, cooking, stuff in our kitchen today. One thing I want to make sure is I make room for the dish that we're going to need to put in here, because we are going to make some Jell-O, and it is going to have to set in our fridge. Yeah, okay. Set up in our fridge. So...
Here, I'll do it.
By the way, Megan was asking earlier, how was the fridge that Lee used? It cleaned out. It doesn't...
Yeah, it's fine.
We're using it now.
I think that refrigerators are not made to not hold smells. So it's not like the situation with the bedroom where it fucking stinks maybe forever. And it's fine. Are we going to need milk for the cake?
For the cake? Let's see. No, eggs, water, butter.
Around here. The top shelf is now clear.
We're going to make, I guess I haven't made Jell-O in forever. Todd, are you willing to help me?
Yes, of course I am.
This.
Here are the directions. We need 1 cup of boiling water, 1 cup of cold water. All right, so we'll do this.
And we're going to do this first so that it can set up in the fridge. Or I don't know what kind of dish to use. We're going to use our kettles to boil the water.
Right now I'm getting a cup of water ready in a measuring cup. I'll be putting that in the refrigerator. Then we're going to get some water ready in the electric kettle. May as well get some extra water ready and make some hot chocolate.
Sure. Megan, I agree. Megan said blue Jello is superior to the other colors. I agree. This is the berry blue. It's my favorite. So when I found it on sale at that place called Cost Cutter that was Save a Lot, I got a few. And the best part is I only got it for 70 cents each.
Mm-hmm.
And we will decide on. I don't know if that's okay. Speaking of water, I'll be right back. I gotta go get my cup, okay?
So we're going to add the boiling water to this and stir for 2 minutes. Then we're going to stir in the cold water and refrigerate for 4 hours. So that's just 2 cups of water. It says it makes 4 servings. They're each a half a cup, basically. So these are very small. Speed set method. Dissolve gelatin mix in 3/4 cup boiling water. Okay. Add ice to half cup cold water to make 1 1/4 cups. Okay. Stir in gelatin until slightly thickened. Remove any unmelted ice. And that says you can refrigerate it for 30 to 90 minutes or until firm. Well, maybe we will do that.
Man, it's a great deal. I do the speed that
Sim City Club Wars.
I am using my Christmas gift that I got. Megan, I love my family.
So we'll do the speed method. That means we'll need 3/4 cup of boiling water, which should happen in just a few minutes here. It should happen. That means we got to decide what we're going to put the gel in. Let me go have a look at some stuff. I'll be right back.
He'll be right back. Oh, that's nice. You got a pink one. This is like, to me, it reminds me of like an Elsa blue. It's like a very light blue. I also got a green one. I'm only using it for water. And here I got my Diet Coke though. Here comes Todd. What did you find?
Let me just measure first before we even bother thinking about it. See how much 2 cups fills up in this.
I can see the steam coming up from the
Sim City Club Wars.
That should be boiling any second.
yeah, the kettle. And Todd and I are happy to be streaming from home.
Mm-hmm.
We've definitely been wanting to.
Do you just have one pack of that flavor, or do you have two?
Hold on, I have two coming in. Give me a second, okay? I got 3 more.
You have one more pack of that flavor or not?
Yeah.
Where is it? That's it?
Yeah. They're all the same flavor.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Pretty sure that was the other. They all say berry blue.
All right. So here's what we'll do. We're going to put 2.5 in here. Here's 1 1/4. We're going to make 4 cups instead of 2 cups. Because here we have a 4-cup jello mold. So we're going to need 1.5. And we have our choice here. We can use the flower, the star, or the heart.
Heart.
Heart, okay. So we're going to remove the flower, the tulip it is, and we're going to put the heart on. Okay?
And now it's boiled.
It's boiling now. You can hear it.
I didn't even know that they were interchangeable.
Get the coconut spread.
The coconut one? Coconut oil.
Putting 1.5 cups in there
Coconut.
instead of 3/4 cup.
Move this tool out of the way.
See that the camera can see this.
Sorry.
You may not need that bowl now that I think about it.
There we go.
You still need a good looking bowl though.
It's a pretty bowl.
Cinderella bowl. So now we're going to just mix that up in here until it dissolves.
Ooh.
Now put the boiling water into the Pyrex. Once it's dissolved, we're going to put the whole thing into the bowl raft measuring cup. And hopefully we'll be able to melt this ice. As we do so, I'm going to put a little coconut oil spray into this mold. I think it'll be fine.
very blue.
Then we're going to put this into the Tupperware mold. Now I need the lid.
This the lid?
Yes. And because this is rounded, I have to be very careful. I don't want to like push down on this side and flip it up like this.
Yeah, please don't do that.
So I'll push nice and evenly. And I'll burp it. Okay. Now it can be put in the refrigerator and allowed to set. There's no need to invert it. You want this impression to take hold. So you want to allow that liquid to be in there like it is now. Though I could invert it without worrying about spilling it. This is also a lid down here.
Right.
And that Tupperware locking seal, you're going to miss that. Because that company's been sold.
So we lucked out. So now it's in the fridge.
I mean, that one was probably made in the 70s. That's still going very strong, obviously.
So now it is set. Well, setting, sorry.
You know the time is 1 o'clock.
Yeah, what time do we need to check it?
30 minutes to 1.5 hours, so we'll just check it at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Megan said, fun Jello mold.
Oh yeah. The vintage Tupperware.
Todd and I both love Tupperware. I'm going to bring this dish over to you because there is some Jello powder in it. Blue remnant. Is that the word?
Yep.
Remnant.
This lid here is cracked.
Let me see.
So we'll see if we can get them to replace it still. I don't know if they're still doing that or not.
I'm going to wash this one too. So like Todd said, at around 3 o'clock we will check our Jello. I honestly forgot we got that Jello mold.
We have others as well. This is one we picked up in Virginia.
Oh yeah, we do.
But we do have some already. But when I took this tulip lid off, I heard it crack.
Oh no.
And I don't know if they're still doing it because the company got sold. But Tupperware, for my entire life, has had a lifetime guarantee. And you get a little crack like that, they're going to replace that for free. So we're going to look into that, try to get that replaced.
When Todd said there was a heart shape, I got excited.
Uh-huh.
And apparently there's only like 90 calories in that Jello.
Sure.
But
Per half cup.
right. Correct. I am going to set the timer, the alarm for 3 so we can at least check it. Okay?
Okay.
Label. Check. Jello. There we go.
You know, I misspoke earlier. I said that was a bowl wrap, but I believe it's a Winco 4-cup measuring cup. You could get bowl wrap ones, of course, but I think that was a Winco, and I think I got it for like $4. And I know I got like 4 of them.
We do?
Yeah. You see, let me see your phone. I'll show you why. There was a time when I was into like fan film making for Star Trek fandom, and you'll see here this Star Trek 50th anniversary Klingon mug for $25. Right? What really is that? You know, to me, it's something like this that they've engraved at the bottom with some nonsense Klingon language and charged $25 for. So why would you get one of these? Because what Klingon is going to have this engraved crap at the bottom anyway, you know? You know, the Enterprise, the USS Enterprise, commanded by Captain James T. Kirk. It's a lot like toilet paper, because it circles around Uranus looking for Klingons.
Okay.
So, you want some hot chocolate?
Not right now.
Okay.
I got my Diet Coke, my water.
All right.
You ready to have one?
I guess so. These will never get used if I don't use them, I guess. So we've got these hot chocolate bombs. These are peppermint ones.
Y'all don't even want to know how long we've been in there.
These, let me say when they expired.
It's chocolate and marshmallows expired.
They probably expired.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, they expired. The best buy date is June of 2025.
So...
Lot number 3231W1. We all remember. I think you know where you were when you found out about the manufacturer of lot number 3231W1 and what you were doing that day. It says each of these is for 6 ounces. So I could put 18 ounces of water, but I'll put less to make it more chocolate.
180 calories per bomb.
Good grief.
I wish I was kidding.
Yeah. And it does say water, right? Hot milk, it says, actually. That's why it's 180 calories.
I don't think it would hurt if you put it in water.
Right, it'd be fine. But that's why it's 180 calories, because it's hot milk.
Yeah.
So it's probably about half that.
You know, and Sean is lucky because I don't like peppermint hot chocolate, so that this is all him anymore. This is the flavor.
Just gonna pour that right in there. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna put them all in there.
Are you really?
Yeah. And hope that they melt.
I'm gonna do it.
Careful.
Yeah, really melting. Water's overflowing.
Here.
The water farted.
It farted.
It really did. It made a sound.
Yep.
It's farting. And I still laugh at fart things. So yeah, okay, I'm pouring it. That's not what I expected when I pressed it down.
There he goes again.
Oh, so also, what else? We have brought our fur babies down a couple times. And let's just say Benjamina is the most dramatic baby of all time.
Oh yeah, we'll do that in a minute.
Megan, I think I sent Megan the video of Benjamina freaking the fuck out. I mean, the sound. I'll record the video. Right now they're hidden from the rain. They both, well actually Velvet's not hidden.
What kind of lid?
The the blue one? Did you break it?
Yeah, it's broken.
Megan said those look like long marshmallows.
They're just melting away, though, I tell you.
Yeah, they were just hot. I've made hot cocoa bombs before. I have silicone molds. And when I was drinking, I'm not sick, it's just the weather. Really enjoying that food, huh? Really enjoy. Look at that.
Alright. Let me taste it.
You might want to put the camera up. But yeah, we will bring the fur babies down. Hold on. See if I can get one of them over here.
Oh boy.
I'll leave my phone there because I can't hear the baby and my phone at the same time. So, Todd, I guess bring my phone in here. Okay? Pick my shoes off.
Sounds like she's going to bring Belle down.
What, honey? I opened it, he was right there, and I went, yoink!
Let me see Belle, and then you go get the other one.
Oh, I can't even get her. She's really up on her spot,
Oh, okay.
and there's no way for me to
Well,
grab her.
I'll go get her. And you'll see how bad she freaks out.
She's vibrating. She's like, Daddy, where are you going? When I tell you Belle is a daddy's girl, I kid you not. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Say hi, everyone. I'm downstairs with Mommy. Yeah, no. I'm scruffing her. It's hard to tell, Megan. They've really not had a whole lot of experience. They've really not had a whole lot of experience being down here. Megan said, do they not like being downstairs? Well, that one doesn't. Yeah, Benjamin.
This one's just super insecure. She's like, you're going to try to get rid of me.
Let's go.
Hey, don't do it. Okay. Or you're gonna take me to the vet or something.
Well, Belle just...
Your position the camera.
Belle?
Yeah.
Hold on. I lost mine. The camera's in a good position.
It's good, okay.
Belle's already up there.
Yeah, we can't have them poking holes.
Yeah, sorry. Benjamina doesn't like it.
She's not freaking out that bad right now. But on the way down, you could probably hear her, I assume.
Belle's just standing. I don't even know where Belle is.
Get her back down here. But don't let her fall up into the furniture.
Belle! I'm right here, Belle. She's looking at Mama. It's like, wait a minute. Belle's like, wait. Hey, no, don't call me.
She's vibrating really bad.
Like, damn it.
better call the furniture. There she goes. Uh-oh. There goes Benjamina. There they go. Better go let him back in up there.
Would you stop hissing at each other?
Yeah.
Stop doing this. Benjamina's coming this way.
Let's go prop that door open.
Hold on, honey.
Okay. No way she's going to come back down.
You want to come with Mama? They're in the room.
All right. Well, that was a major flip out.
Spectre Kev says, yay, decorations still up.
Yeah, we'll keep them up till Valentine's Day. And then after that, they got to be taken down and put up in the attic.
But yeah, they have a love-hate relationship with coming down, I think. Oh, there's in my eye again.
But basically, the day after Halloween, Disney decorates for Christmas, and so Dottie has adopted that. And, you know, she would leave them up all year, I think, but, you know, for them to mean something, you got to put them away for a while. So for me, the cutoff is Valentine's Day.
Well, last year they were out till like June.
Well, I don't remember that.
Oh, they were.
But it won't be happening this year.
Yeah, we just kept leaving them up. It's like an eyelash or a fuzz or a piece of dust is in my eye and I just can't do it. Megan, Todd still hasn't noticed. Might have to, Megan. You and Cargo know what I did. And he just hasn't noticed. So we'll see how long it takes.
What?
I said, I'll see how long it takes. Her, Megan and Cargo know what I did. You still haven't noticed.
So you want me to look at this?
Do you not notice anything?
I mean, unless it's that thing, but I don't know what the significance of that thing is. Is that it?
There's more!
I mean, I see like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, I hit little characters.
I mean, it's okay.
I hit little characters, and he's like, "Yeah, I did."
Okay, great. I don't know what I mean.
I broke Cargo. Cargo said, "Dottie, you weren't supposed to tell him. It could have been weeks."
I mean, it's literally just like a mater and what's the name? Mater.
Yeah, but there's two that were really, really hidden. I don't think you'll ever find.
All right.
I couldn't. I broke. I couldn't. Did you see him yesterday?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't stand it anymore. I thought it was going to be funny, but I was just going to want it to go on, but then I just couldn't control it. But there are two that are super hidden, and I don't think you'll ever find.
Okay.
I lasted 48 hours.
What?
It lasted, 24 hours. I haven't
I
hit.
see. Well, you want to make that cake?
Yeah.
All right.
Cargo said, wait, does she have one sock on?
She has one gray one and one pink one.
But would that really surprise you?
But they came in the same pack. They're the same sort of sock. Reebok sock.
Well, I was wearing gray and pink pajamas last night, my leopard print ones. But Cargo said, oh no, just a print color. My bestie boo, I can't wait to see you. We're gonna make a cake. And then we, I guess, me and Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Get the pans.
Okay.
Cargo said, right, it's getting so close, yay. Very close. We're going to need 3 eggs, honey.
Okay.
And the 1/3 cup of butter, softened. Dottie, can you remind tonight before bed to pack your things? Yeah, I can remind you. I'll send you a reminder tonight. I wrote myself a reminder, bestie boo. That's fine, bestie boo. Be comfy. What size pants are those, honey?
9-inch.
Brown. 23. And what kind of pants are those? Oh no, hold on. Margo says, cake. Butter recipe yellow. Preheat the oven. Our weather is so crazy, my nose is dripping. And you get a cup of water.
I'm going to take these 3 eggs and put them in here. I'm going to put some warm water in here. That's going to bring the eggs to room temperature.
My scissors. We're going to try out this cake leveler, honey.
Yep.
So we're not actually going to put the thing on.
Yep. Oh, yeah? No.
Well, we want to actually level them, right?
Well, let's get them as level as we can to begin with. So, whoever Mr. Elgin or Mrs. Elgin was, came up with this. This is a brilliant idea. It sticks to this size. And then somebody came along and they added measurements to it. And as you can see, I've cut this down right at the 1/3 cup mark. So we have 1/3 cup of butter here. Now I'm going to cut it into tablespoons, basically. And I'm going to soften it in the microwave. But first, I'm going to get a kitchen knife.
I got the mix in the bowl. You got a cup of water though.
I'm just going to approximate. These aren't going to be exact tablespoons, but there are measurements right there that I can follow. Now I'm going to cut it long ways into 1/2 tablespoons, and I'm going to lay these down on their sides and cut those into 1.5 teaspoon blocks. I'm going to take all of that, I'm going to put it in this bowl. This is going to help it to soften. I'm going to do that with the assistance of the microwave. Yeah, I assume we want room temperature water.
I got the water.
All right.
For the 1 cup.
But you got that out of the refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hearing squeaking and I had to stop what I was doing. It's the eggs.
Okay. So I'm going to put this in the microwave. I'm going to hit defrost, which is going to take the power level down to like 30%. And tell it this is for 0.1 pounds. So it's not. I'm not even going to do it for the full amount of time. I'm just going to do it for a little bit of time.
I'm soaking the level thing. Get some water in here.
It is somewhat softened, though not completely. But just a small bit of it was beginning to melt. And I don't want it to melt. So I stopped it.
Most definitely. We got credit card going. Red said, sure, it's nice to have something back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were enjoying it. I got my water. I use a little extra water because that's how I get it nice and moist. If I was using oil, I would use an extra splash of oil. So now we're just going for the eggs. And I use a whisk because I like to whisk it. I like that work.
Okay. So right here, these are soaking in water. These are made by Wilton. They're little belts that you can cinch around the outside of your pan. And this causes your dough or your cake to be level for the most part, rather than have a big bulge in the middle. So we're letting those soak. Additionally, I have a little bit of butter here, and I'm going to butter, rather than spray, the insides of these pans.
No, we are not making yeast rich. We are making a cake.
I just rub that butter all over in there. And then we're going to cut parchment circles. And they're going to go in the pans. And I'll butter the top of that parchment. So there's one. Now I'm doing the other one.
I always let Todd go ahead and do the pan part. Actually mix everything together. The butter and the... Well, you know, I actually am going to have to use a hand mixer for this one because this isn't my normal oil, egg, and water.
As we do this crap that we're doing, that butter's softening more.
Handy dandy Black & Decker. Hand mixer.
So I'm going to pull this out, hold down here, and kind of vibrate to get that started. You do that twice. Actually, let's just see if I did it halfway. Pretty close. If I were just to do half a sheet, it doesn't quite go all the way across, but it's good enough. So I'm going to fold this in half. And then I'm going to fold it in half in the other direction. And keep in mind, one of these per pan. Okay? This is 2. This is 1. One of these per pan. That means the center point of this is what I'm basing this around. I'm going to make a little triangle. So I fold it in half and fold it in half again. And this corner is now the center point of the pan. So I'll fold that in half and fold it in half again, but this time diagonally around that corner. Okay? And now I'll hold that near the center of the pan and cut right on the arc of the inner edge of the pan. The upside is further, a larger diameter than that bottom corner. So I'm basing it around that bottom corner. If I stick this in there, it should reach to the wall and to the center. Now that may be just slightly large. I'm just going to trim just a hair off of there. If it's a little small, it'll be okay. That is what she said. Now I have 2 of these parchment paper things that I'll put down in there. The butter that I put in there earlier is going to help it stick to the pan while I grease the top of it with more butter. This is going to help the cake come out. Like, really help it come out of the pan. And you know what? We're just going to take this extra bit of butter and put it in there. You could probably double that butter and it would be fine. All right? It may increase your cooking time a little bit, but it would be fine. It would be better. We're not going to do that. If this was an oil cake where you add oil to it, we would not use oil. We would use butter, and we'd use twice as much. Which is a way of making a box cake better. Now I already dropped an egg in this bowl. Okay? I'm going to drop one more. I'm going to drop a third. Now I can crack them. And can I just put those right in there?
Go ahead, yeah, it's time to...
Let me make sure. What I'm asking you is, do the instructions say that I can put them right in? That's what I'm asking. Not, can I have your permission?
Yep. Mix cake water, butter, and eggs in a large bowl with mixer or medium.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dump that one in there so that when I do this other one, I can just make sure it's not contaminated with anything. And then the third one.
Go on in. And now
There we go.
we'll do them.
So I put them in the bowl first and then into the actual product so that some bloody egg or some bacteria-laden, what are they called?
I forget.
Pseudomonas or something, bacteria, I forget what it's called.
We've come across.
Don't go in there. Glow-in-the-dark looking egg or something.
So Cargo sent us a recipe to do a cake recipe for our next baking string.
All right.
A peanut butter cake thing. But she uses an alternative. So I got the eggs, the butter, the water.
All right. First, let's just kind of blend this together a little bit so that it doesn't fly everywhere. This is not a deep bowl.
Oh yeah, Cargo finally announced it. We are doing 1900 Park Fair with Cargo on January 25th. I was waiting for her to announce what we were doing, and we are very excited.
So I'm just trying to get all the powderiness out of it, and then we'll mix it up real good with the hand mixer.
This is just a Black & Decker.
Pecker Wrecker.
And it's a medium mixture. And then
now all the powderiness is out of it. I'm going to just use the back of my knife, because I have that handy here, to get the cake mix off the rubber spatula that's kind of clumped to it.
it'd be helpful if I actually plugged it in.
We're going to keep this rubber spatula handy. Barely turn it on. Like that. In spite of what it said about medium. Focusing on the bits of butter to make sure they get broken up. And the great thing about a hand mixer is you can move it around as well as the bowl. So that's what you do. Sometimes you want to concentrate on certain spots. You don't want any huge clumps of butter in there. Turning it up a little. Turn it off for a minute, and this sits nicely like that while I scrape.
I have a hard time doing it if there's butter in there.
And scrape all the way to the bottom, not just the walls. Cake mix off the rubber spatula. as I turn it off, I'm going to lift out a little bit so that I can kind of have it fling the batter off of the sticks. Now, I want to split this kind of evenly between these pans. So I'm going to put one on the scale and turn the scale on so that when I do, it automatically sets the scale to 0 with the pan on. Now I'm going to check for a weight difference here. This one is 5 grams heavier. No, this one's 5 grams heavier. This is -5. So I'm going to do the tare on this one, make it 0. This will become 5. Okay, that's 0 now. It's actually 7, right? Nope, 6. Okay, so I'm going to put about half of it in there and see what it weighs. That's 465, meaning 460. So we're looking for 460 here.
Carter said blasphemy, no one licked the beaters.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like licking raw egg cake mix.
Well, there's barely anything on there.
There really wasn't.
The way I do it kind of whips it all off of there. So this is about 403. That means there's 60 more in here. So I want to take about 30 out and transfer it to there. Now we're at 36 here. And
oh, I know best you do.
I'm going to take my knife, the back side of my knife, not the sharp side, because that's what I have handy here. And without getting another utensil dirty, I'll just do this.
Is it dandy?
Notebook.
It does look like a notebook.
435 on this one. 439 on this one. This is close enough. Right?
Todd is going to have the challenge, and to me it's a challenge, of putting the...
the damp rag. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, one with a damp rag.
And put the...
When we get there, we'll do it.
yeah.
Okay. So right now I'm dampening a rag.
That's right, Cargo. Handy dandy notebook.
So I'm dampening a rag, and the reason is I'm trying to make it less slippery. Now I'm going to fold it in half, just because it's large enough to do so. And fold it in half again. And I'm going to take this and drop it on there. The reason I'm doing that is so I don't do this. You see? So I do that. It's a damp rag.
The air bubbles out.
Get the bubbles out and kind of level it out. I can see the bubbles popping.
The second time.
They're coming up to the surface. I'm just basically burping it and leveling it.
Cargo said you get air bubbles out.
If the rag was wadded up, it wouldn't level it.
Now you're going to do the same thing with that one.
That's right.
And we're not damaging our camera.
Yep. You're not making a lot of noise. Making some noise. I can see there's a little bit of butter, like a little chunk of it there, but it's going to be fine.
Cargo said I knew where he was going with this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we know Cargo knows.
Philadelphia. No.
I didn't know we were going to
Philadelphia. Yeah, but, yeah, we call it Philadelphia cream cheese, but what do you guys call it here in Italy? Philadelphia. So there.
Well, my husband turned Italian.
So then we have these things we've been soaking. These little belts. And I'm not going to worry about getting the counter wet.
No.
I'm just going to put this in here and then tighten it up. Then without getting water in here, I'll do the same. tighten belts. Now I'm ready to put these in the oven.
And I've got the timer set for 23 minutes. It says 23 to 28 for 9 rounds. 9th round. And once Todd is done with the cakes, then there I will go ahead and once he closes the oven, he'll give me the go ahead. So now
I put those side by side on the same rack. I'm going to unplug this. Wipe it down.
Carter says I have those too, but mine aren't pretty. Mine are just plain silver ones.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, you can actually make those yourself. And the way you do that, if you don't want to buy any, is you take some aluminum foil, right? Lay it out. Take some napkins, preferably like paper towels.
Right.
And fold them up into a strip. So you take that paper towel, whatever length you want it, and then fold it into a strip that you dampen. And you may do that a few layers thick. And then you wrap that aluminum foil around it, and you wrap that around the pan. Now the problem with that is you can't just soak them like we did these. That you may find it disposable. You may think, well, it's just not worth the trouble to try to unwrap that and dampen it and wrap it back up. It's just as complicated just to make a new one every time. So it is if you're making cakes at least a few times a year or something like that, it's worth it to get these little belts, and we'll show you why at the end. You know, when you bake a cake, if you have multi-layers, you have 2 pans, and you're going to put one down, ice it, put the other one down, and ice all the way around. You want that bottom one at least to be level so that it doesn't create a hump that causes the upper cake to crack in half or 3 or 4 parts. So this will keep that cake pretty level on its own. But we have a leveler here we're going to experiment with today too. Normally I just do it by eye. I just take the knife and cut the thing level, because you can see the edge, the top edge of the round. You just keep that knife right there at that level. But I'll show you this thing. We haven't ever used it.
Megan and Cargo both want to know, what kind of frosting are we going to be using?
Just Walmart chocolate frosting.
Oh, Rashid, what are your questions? He goes, I ask questions and you don't answer them.
Anyway. No. What's the question? What's the question? You don't know? It doesn't say?
I don't know what his question was. I didn't see it.
Well, somebody probably deleted your question. I don't know.
No one deleted it.
We haven't seen it.
No, I've been setting up...
and remember, there's no stupid questions. Just stupid people with annoying questions. No, I'm kidding.
Should I show my new oven mitts?
Sure.
So my lovely Aunt Joyce got me. I say me because they're probably only looking at my hands because Todd has huge hands.
They fit a little bit.
New oven mitts. Cargo said LMAO. So. They're treats. They're pretty cute, right? I love them. And then she also, I don't know where they're at, the hand towel.
You like that one right there?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Let me grab it. She got some... Oh, he only asked if Cargo was a famous movie star.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Big time.
Except that she's never been in any movies.
That I know of.
Right.
Look how cute these hand towels are. I have 2 of them. I took my clothes out of the washer. I'm going to have Todd hang up and I'll go work on dishes. And what?
I'll get on the camera then. So we have this thing here by Ernesto. Let's see how much this normally costs. I really don't know. Using Google Lens, it tells me it's $45, $50.
Damn.
Here's one for $69, which is the funniest number.
Yes, it is.
Then here's one as low as 18.
Okay.
But
You said it was, right?
yeah. Here's one for $80. But on Amazon, here's a similar thing on Amazon. It's not this exact one.
Similar.
Very similar.
Okay.
And it's $75.
Let me see. Let me see.
So we got this for $5.
Damn. It sure looks like that thing.
Huh?
It almost looks like
It's very similar. Try not to cut myself. But, I probably won't succeed, and I probably won't. So, there we go. There's the thing. There's a knife. Oh, good. The knife's all wrapped up in paper. And, of course, paper will prevent you from getting cut.
Todd, Carter's not a joke for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you can make this for bigger cakes, smaller cakes. And you take this thing out here, which is basically a glorified bread knife. You cut into it. I don't know how you're supposed to get all the way across, but I assume you turn it and then do another cut.
Okay, first time for both of us using that.
It says for evenly slicing gâteau bases from whatever that means, 24 to 33 centimeters. Features 6 slicing slots for up to 7 gâteau bases.
Yeah, okay.
Included in package, 1 gâteau base slicer. It doesn't really say exactly how you get through to the other side. But what we'll do is put the cake down, put this around it, find the slot that's halfway up, or at the, we're just leveling the top of the cake. So at the top edge of the cake, cut it off, I suppose turn it, and then cut the other way or something. We've never used it. Don't really need it for leveling the top of the cake. But let's say you made a thicker cake, right? And you wanted to cut it into 5 thin slices. This is the perfect tool. Then you can put icing between every one of those layers. You see? And make one of those, what are they called sometimes?
Naked cake?
No. The something island.
Grand Dot calls it Staten Island.
No, it's not that. So, it doesn't matter. What are these multi-layer cakes?
Smith Island.
Smith Island cakes. Clean up the scale real quick here. Alright.
Cargo said pork cake, tiered cake, and then Cargo also said, those are cute. Red said, wish there was taste-o-vision.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, we've got smell-o-vision. Why not taste-o-vision?
Do you really?
No. Not really, I'm just kidding. I've been doing a lot of cooking since Lee got out of the house. I've been able to do more organizing and cooking that I had stuff I bought that I needed to make sure got taken care of. Hell, before we ever even went to Virginia for Christmas, we bought cabbage, but cabbage holds up really well, so I didn't even cook it till last night. But just a quick freezer tour. What have I got going on in this little one here? Paneer. Here we have some frozen vegetables. You got broccoli and zucchini, and that's turnip. This is all pureed tomato, all dated. This is the next in line. This is the oldest tomato puree. This is all blanched cauliflower cut into florets. And that's all that's in that freezer. Then over here, there's a lot going on. You know? As you can see, it's very organized. Let's see what's in there. This is biryani. Actually, I think that's just korma. Yeah, those are mislabeled. That's like a korma. This is what Dottie calls chop suey. I would call it goulash. But apparently, some people call goulash chop suey. Here we have, it's like bell pepper and onion that's been sauteed in olive oil with basil. This is an accompaniment to pork chops. And here we have avellino, or lemon egg soup. 3 servings left of that, then I'll have to make some more. It's a chicken-based soup. I'm going to eat these 2 things next. This is called aloo jeera, which is just potato flavored with cumin and a lot of ginger. This is, actually I'm not going to eat that next, but this is cabbage that I cooked with potato and stuff. This is some more cabbage, just a little, it's been in there a while, whereas that I just cooked yesterday. This is Gujarati dal, which is a pigeon pea soup. These next 4, they're biryani, vegetable biryani. And here we have gobi muttar, which means cauliflower peas. So this is a cauliflower and pea vegetable dish. If you like, you can call it a curry. I don't usually use that word. This is sev tomatar, which is just the shorva for it. This is like a tomato soup with chunks of tomato, and you put like a gram flour or garbanzo bean flour based like fried noodle, like a vermicelli on it. Here we have just what's called base gravy. Alright, this one was made with sesame oil. These I probably made with mustard oil, I'm not certain, but these are a component used in cooking. You don't just eat that, but you can make many different dishes just using that one gravy if you want. But I'll show you that there are some other gravies here. Now down here on this shelf, what's this? This is aloo gobi. That means potato and cauliflower. So it's a potato cauliflower dish. Here's a little more of that cabbage. More aloo gobi. Here we have sambar, which is just a spicy soup. Some I've got just a mix of vegetables in. Some I've got pumpkin, this kadu. Those 4 packages right there are all pumpkin sambar. On the next shelf, it says BB gravy. This is called salan, or you might call it other things, but I put BB gravy because it's for bagara bangan, which is a type of eggplant. Bagara bangan. Bangan means eggplant. So you cook the little eggplants and put them in this, but you can also just serve this as a side to biryani. Okay? Then here we have pasta gravy. This is just your regular Italian-American type gravy, marinara, in other words. That's what our Yankees to the north here call, tomato sauce, pasta sauce. They call it pasta gravy. Now here I've got some mung beans, some garbanzo beans, chana, and some black garbanzo beans, kala chana. They're just cooked. That's all that is. But together, when you mix them with some potato and cilantro and spices, you get the filling for pani puri, the stuffing, which is what this is. And here is a store-bought concentrate for pani puri. Pani means water, and puri is a little puff ball that you stick this stuffing in and then put some of that liquid on and some of that sev I mentioned, etc. Very good. You've seen us a couple of times on stream eating that. if you've watched some of these live streams. Then what we got down here, we got some, I might throw that out. This is just some water I cooked garbanzo beans in, and I froze in cubes. This is shrimp. This is like a Black Forest ham, some other sliced ham. Then you got some chicken wings that we just put in there. Here you got little smokies, and from the little smokies we have these little pigs in a blanket that reheat in 30 seconds. And a couple pieces of salmon, just fillets of salmon from Walmart. Then down here we've got like a lot of meat and stuff for Dottie. I don't eat meat, and if you've been around then you know that, but if not, then how would you know? So that's the thing I don't eat. We've got it down here at the bottom, which is how you store meat, and you put chicken above beef, above pork, and that's how you store it. Because if these ever thawed and got cross-contaminated, well, hell, I mean, that's probably not even, what I said is probably backwards. You put beef and then pork and then chicken. That's what you do. But we got a bunch of chicken in here. There's beef up here on a different shelf, and somewhere in here there's some pork. I'm not really sure. Oh, there it is, right there. Some pork chops right there. And
Little Smokies for a snack?
which ones?
Pigs in a blanket.
Yeah. Here you go. So she's going to heat some of those pigs in a blanket. Then there's some like fruit here. Some strawberries, blueberries, a lot of bananas, like a crazy, like that entire back is filled with frozen bananas. So many that it fills up that whole shelf, and then I had 2 more that wouldn't fit in that stack. Some homemade pizza that we've made. This is very good shit. Alright. And then some different, these are pork chops. This is pulled pork barbecue, alright, in portions. Another bag of shrimp, like a lot of shrimp. What the fuck is that? Oh, this is a damn gingerbread cookie. She's got to eat this. I'm going to put it up here. We'll do that again in a minute. Pork chops and pizza bag. Some of that pizza has meat on it, and one piece doesn't, I think. Then she's also got some pork egg rolls here, and there's some steaks up here. There's strip and ribeye. I got a bunch of stuff in here. These are moon beans that I've sprouted and frozen. A lot of that. We got rice. This is basmati rice. These are, what do you call these? Tostones. I took plantains, cut them into about 1-inch chunks, fried them in a deep fryer, and then smashed them. And then when it's time, you fry them a second time and put some salt on them. You serve it with a little sauce that's made of like mayonnaise, ketchup, garlic powder, and onion powder. It's very good. Got some corn on the cob over here. Back here, we've got chow chow kuju, which is the chowty squash in a kind of lentil soup. Back behind there, there's some other stuff that I have copies of up here. So we'll get to that in a minute. This is a bunch of chutneys that I've made. That's just a little rice there. But for instance, this is a mint and coriander chutney in packages that are, about a 1/4 cup each. You just thaw that out and it's ready to go. This is a chutney made with the peel of a bottle gourd. Here we have a tamarind and date chutney. This is a sweet and sour chutney. Also very good. You serve that with the pani core. You serve that with all kinds of stuff. Oh, this is the Bolligor peel. I forget what this one is, but it's good too. I forget what I made it with though. But yeah, that shit happens. More of the green chutney. Anyway, lots of chutney backup. Now back behind that, I can see I've got a bowl of frozen mandarin orange slices. You just put that into a food processor and bam, it's sorbet. Just like that. More of that cabbage. These potatoes have been steamed until they were tender and then deep fried so that they can then be made into, with the proper spices and whatever, Bombay aloo or Mumbai aloo, Bombay potatoes, whatever you want to call it. Don't want that falling on my foot, man. You break your foot with that damn shit. Anyway, the real highlights. This is called chopped masala, or onion tomato masala. Yellow gravy, red gravy, palak gravy, or hariali gravy, and white gravy. This is what really, really happens in an Indian restaurant. These are how they do it. That's how you make things. Okay? That by combinations of these things, that's how you achieve very quickly Indian restaurant dishes. Those gravies. Okay? I also showed you earlier the base gravy. Sometimes I add that. Then you have a bunch of eggplant back here. Butternut squash soup. There's nothing Indian about that. Cabbage and aloo. But under here we have katamag, which is sour mung bean soup. And pahadi dal, which means like mountain dal or mountain split pea soup. It's not really soupy though, it's kind of thick. Anyway, there's another drawer in there with like frozen desserts and whatnot that we've made, cakes and Boston cream pie and stuff, but we don't need to get into that. It also has some pureed spinach in there. After 30 seconds, this is what the little smoky pigs in a blanket look like.
I added 10 more because I was doing stuff.
The way this works is you first of all, you get some of this stuff here. This, not that, sorry.
We don't have it.
You get we don't have it. You get the crescent roll dough. Okay? And you just take that whole thing and lay it out in a sheet, and you'll see that the sheet is comprised of rectangles, right? She's just going to check the doneness of this cake. But that sheet will be in rectangles that are then cut like this. Okay? So what you do is you take one of these triangles and you split it in half.
Done.
And you take the little smoky and you put it on the end and roll it until you get to the pointy end. And you get a product that looks like that. I try to always make sure the point ends up right there and then flatten the bottom and then brush it with egg wash and then cook that until they look golden like that. And then you put them on a sheet pan, freeze them, and then put them in a bag so they don't stick together. 30 seconds in the microwave. Of course, we have a 1250 watt microwave. It may take a little longer in an 800 watt microwave. And there you have it. They're ready to go. You put them with whatever, sauce or chutney or whatever you like. Looks like she's got some sauerkraut and maybe ketchup and mustard mixed up. Okay, yeah.
Megan said lots of food in that freezer. Do you rotate the older stuff to the front?
That's right.
But yeah, sauerkraut.
What I do...
And then she goes, pigs and blanket are great.
Mm-hmm. What I do is generally, there's no need for rotation. Okay? because I use it all and then cook another batch. But in the case of tomatoes, you run across those and puree them as you get them, right? So this will be my next used thing, all right? This is the same date as that. Then back behind here, all of this is the same date. And then this, you know, the stuff on top is newer than the stuff on the bottom. But this right here is the same date as that right there. So yeah, it's all dated, and I use it all in the order it was gotten. Whereas, and that's the same with that cabbage. You saw that I had made some cabbage, and there was like a newer batch, but there was still like a little bit of the older batch. I'll use the rest of the older batch. But all that other stuff, each dish, every bit of it was made at the same time. Like all that eggplant, you know, when I cook it, I'll cook 16 to 24, 28 sometimes servings. And I just won't cook it again until I've used it all. Now you can see these aren't perfectly flat, but damn close. And as it cools, it's going to flatten a little more. All right?
Sure, who's too hot to take out the pan right now.
Right, we can't dump them yet. But we're going to put them on these racks here. Let me just see if I can touch them.
They're very hot.
You're fine. I'm just touching the side thing. I'm not touching the middle. But even if you did, I mean, you can pick it up. They're not that bad. But they're hot. I'm not saying they're not hot.
Those were yummy.
Good.
I like to dip them in a ketchup and mustard.
Yeah.
And then I dip it in sauerkraut.
Sure.
I think Todd would agree. Sauerkraut's kind of a newish thing that I've been liking.
Yeah.
And those cooked exactly for 23 minutes.
Cakes?
Yes.
Yes.
And I like these little dishes because I can put my ketchup, mustard, and sauerkraut, and they're easy to dip into.
Mm-hmm.
I told Todd one day, I was like, I was just really wanting little smoky pigs in a blanket, and he said, okay. He didn't even question it.
Sure.
I still have to get those hung up. I just needed a little snack, and then Todd was like, I heard him say little smokies. Pigs don't like it.
Looks like we need to make some more of them. So we need to get some of that crescent roll. I mean, I suppose we could just make the crescent roll dough, but what a pain in the ass. Okay?
I might just buy some.
It's better just to buy some, because you don't want to get into what's called dough lamination. That we do that, we have done that in the past, but strictly for cannoli. All right? But you don't want to get into where you're like rolling the dough, even though we have a way of doing it with a KitchenAid attachment. But you roll it out and then fold it in half, and then roll it out and then fold it in half, and roll it out and fold it in half.
I'm just going to add 3 for a few lists.
Huge pain in the ass. All right? But that's how you do dough lamination, to give it that flakiness and those layers.
Well, I went ahead and added it to his list. I need to take those upstairs. Are you going to come upstairs with me while I hang these up?
Yeah, I can do that.
And we'll come back there after I'm done.
Yeah. Just let a machine and a factory do that shit.
I'd rather just go to the store and buy it and then bring it home.
Absolutely. Let AI do that shit. No, I'm kidding.
So we will be right back downstairs. I just got to hang up some clothes. And I like to turn off the kitchen light behind there. Should be coming up.
I'm going to go wide angle.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Here's the room in wide angle.
Yeah, Megan knows we did that the other day and made chocolate chip cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Todd's carrying the camera. So
We got some snowmen. Those two there. This one here. They came in this bin down here that we purchased the entire bin for $5.99. There's another one somewhere here.
right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And there were a couple of gnomes that we just left in the bin.
The Campbell's ornaments, that's where they came from, too.
Yep. There's that, and these, of course, that I showed earlier.
Cargo's back.
They all came in that bin for $5.99, you know? It's raining.
Still raining.
You can
Are
hear
you
it.
soaked, honey?
Hear it on the
I can hear
skylight.
babies meowing. What are you meowing about? Go get ready. Oh, seriously, yeah.
Look at me like I'm crazy. This is all magic equipment in these boxes here.
There's a fuzzball in the bed. What did you say I have to be careful about?
Right there.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to move these two shelves out of here. I already got all the production cases out of there. I'm going to take both of these and put them out on the balcony or something.
Fuzzball.
And
Do you take up the whole bed?
we'll put more hooks up over there at some point, and probably move this either the desk or something over there. That, I believe that computer setup will then come over here. The bathroom has a litter box in it, and that's why the histrionics there.
I got a spray.
Yeah.
Covered it up and said, "More, girl."
Shit, sorry about that.
Whew. You two.
Are they both over there?
Yes, and there were stinky shit in the litter box.
Wasn't me.
I actually had to take that air freshener in.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Girl.
Poop monsters.
That knocked me the fuck out. Put your butt in the air. We're going to check their butt for... I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kinda.
Is there going to be a smackdown?
Probably.
No.
9 times out of 10 there are. Cargo said, I had to go look for my craft rooms to find these bags. I'm putting my keychains to bring it. Cargo said, like Dottie said, I gotta pray.
Yeah.
Pray for my notes. I have to go hang up my clothes in the bathroom, and there's shitter boxes in there. Ugh. I bet it was you. I bet it was that one.
She looks pretty guilty.
Todd, keep an eye on the chat while I go hang these up. Well, if you want to do it, just tell the poop.
No.
What, you focus on Mama? I think Todd would agree that Benjamin is a mama's girl, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're a mama's girl. Belle's a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
And they're both poopy girls.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're a parent to tiny little humans or a cat or a dog or whatever, they all poop. You know?
How's that go?
Everyone everyone poops, everything poops?
Does everybody poops unless you're an android and should be destroyed? Yeah, Black Eyed Peas.
I did have to time out receipt for 24 hours.
Oh yeah, why is that?
He was accusing us of putting our cats in the freezer, and that bothers me.
I almost never put my cat in the freezer.
We never do.
No, I don't do it, but I've certainly had friends that do it.
Come on.
Yeah. What?
The only time we've ever put a cat in the freezer was...
No, many years ago, this guy, Steve Gibson, he'd come over to my house all drunk, and after a while, I'd be like, I had a cat named Bill. I was like, where's Bill? What the fuck? I'm like, oh, man. I go look in the freezer, and the cat would be in there.
Was he alive?
Yeah.
Good, are you serious?
Yeah.
No, but the only time you and I put a cat... We put Miss Katie in the freezer when we went out of town last year when she passed, because we didn't have time to bury her before we went out of town. That's the only time I've ever put a cat.
That's right. We did put a cat in the freezer. But the cat had died.
Miss Kitty had passed away.
And
Naturally.
it was a freezer outside. It wasn't one that we have food in.
Naturally, and one, the ground was way too fucking hard to dig up a barrier.
Yeah.
I said, you got two options. We can either go cremate her or bury her. Either way, we would have done after our trip.
Yeah.
But she's in our yard, and I think this year I am going to plant flowers in our yard where she is. I meant to do it last year, but, like...
You gotta be careful back there, too.
Well, there were some seeds on there. Hope they grow.
You put a potted plant there.
Yeah, we could do it.
Or a fake plant, then it'll stay for a long time.
It was just thought.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get that whole computer set up. What? Yeah, color temperature change. Look at it. Anyway, gonna try to get that computer set up over here instead of over there, and then let that shelf be for Dottie's usage.
What? You calling me in there?
No. And really, all the stuff on this shelf here, that I just need to sell it. I'm going to really focus toward getting that done. It's just selling everything that I don't actually commonly use.
There's going to be some stuff that I keep of yours.
Okay. Here comes this cat.
Which one?
Belle. She's like, it's lap time.
Is anyone chatting in the chat?
Oh, I don't know. I'll take a look. Is that your work hanging on the wall? What do you mean, cargo?
What, honey?
Oh, Craig said that. What do you mean, Craig? Oh, Craig is asking if it's Cargo's work hanging on the wall.
There's some of it. Hold on.
Some, yeah.
One up there.
Yeah, some of those ears Cargo made, and then there's like a bunch more, and that's why we're gonna open up this wall, put hooks on it, and then we'll have room for all of Dottie's ears, which
one right there.
Many of which are done by Cargo.
A lot of them, the majority are made from Cargo, and your mom made me a bunch.
My mom made a bunch of them too.
She wanted to. I wasn't gonna stop her.
Mm-hmm.
Cargo's up there. The Halloween ear. I need to put more for Cargo.
We were initially we had watched a video Cargo made about making ears, and then I found this deal on headbands that was crazy. This place was going out of business, and I got, I don't know, 100 headbands or something. And then my mom saw those and was like, oh, I'll make ears. And so she made, I think, like 18 pair or something. But we don't have hooks for all of them, so we'll just make room.
It might depend. Like your mom was the one, your mom and honey, just like some ideas that you like for ears.
Right.
And I thought she was going to make 3 or 4, send a couple.
Yeah, we didn't know she was going to make
And then your aunt said, Dottie, there's a box at home waiting for you when you get home. And I said, okay, is it from Molly? And she goes, yes, from Molly. Well, your aunt didn't tell me it was this huge, ginormous box, and I thought she was just going to make a few pairs, not over a dozen. Which I'm grateful for. All ears are appreciative. Appreciate you. I bet it was Benjamina that took the giant shit.
Yep.
If I had to guess between the two. I think it's too cold and rainy to air out that room today.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
But yeah, I don't know if that smell's ever going to get out.
Yep.
We did tell her in the beginning. She goes, we were like, you fucking stink.
Yeah, I was yelling at her about something because she was just so defiant. Like, hey, don't rub vegetables on the counter. That's not how you clean the counter, right? Oh, you have your way, I have my way. Nope. Don't rub vegetables on the counter. Oh, this is discrimination. No, it's not. Don't fucking rub vegetables on the counter. You understand? Right? I said, since we're yelling, you fucking stink. You need to control that stench coming out of your room. No, you stink. I'm like, no, I don't. No, you stink. Bad. Stop fucking doing it. Right? And then after that, she started like taking her blanket outside and airing it out and stuff on the clothesline that she had demanded that I put up before she ever fucking moved in and all this shit. And, that reduced it some. But then I think she understood, yes, I can make it stink. So she would like do it on purpose, I think, because it didn't seem to bother her.
Cargo. Go on.
That was it. She would do it on purpose. She was doing it hard the last fucking few days she was here. And then a couple days before the moving guys came, she tried to like air it out and shit. You know what I mean? So it didn't stink so bad. But right before that, she was going hard on it on purpose, I'm sure.
Cargo said, not my sweet innocent Benjamina, who was always starving, LOL.
Yeah, right.
And then we got Antonio, Latonia, whatever his name is, and then Cargo said, oh, Belle is loving life right now. Cargo said the ears, LOL.
Anytime I sit in this chair, then it's like, oh, it's biscuit time, it's lap time. And she's got to come over here and get in my lap and make biscuits. Yeah. Only, like, other than that, she will not sit in your lap. I mean, she'll do it, but under duress, and she's constantly like, oh, I'm planning my escape at every moment.
Not too long ago, honey, I was laying in bed, and she jumped on the bed and then jumped on me and cuddled.
Mm-hmm.
Which is rare.
But whenever I sit in this chair, she comes right to the edge of it, looking, starts, so I pick her up. It's very strange.
She's daddy's girl.
For a little while, I was sitting in this chair just for a little bit each day, and she'd do it every time. Well, other than, you saw I had sprouted mung beans in the freezer. Other than that, I'm done cooking for a little while, except for preparatory stuff like I have in there some cooked urid dal, which is called like the matpe bean, or whatever. We don't really have an English name for it, right? And that's the English name, the matpe bean, right? So They kind of look like mung beans, but they're black. They look like adzuki beans or mung beans, that kind of bean, which looks like a little tiny black-eyed pea, but it's black, you know. And that I can take with those gravies and some other stuff, you know, garlic and ginger, and make what's called dal makhani, right? And do that pretty quickly from those gravies and that pre-cooked dal. And other than that, and then like paneer, which is cubes of cottage cheese, that hariali gravy, that palak gravy, that green one, that, you know, pretty much instantly is a dish ready to go. And whatnot, things like that, where you just take your main ingredient and some gravies or a gravy, and boom, it's a dish. But other than that, like what you would call a sabji or a vegetable dish, like the eggplant dish, the cabbage dish, the potato and cauliflower dish, the potato and eggplant, no, excuse me, the cauliflower and pea dish. I just, honey, I'm not going to make any of those for a while because I have so many ready to go. So, you know, I can't keep buying vegetables. I might make some cauliflower soup out of it. You saw I had like 4-gallon bags of cauliflower. I might make some cauliflower soup out of that.
I didn't even know I was putting them by now. I was trying to get her dressed. Carga said, Dottie, stop biking.
I mean, really.
We got some major hiding going on.
Oh, yeah, sure. Cat thinks she's hidden. Basically, she gets down here. You can't see it from here, but I'm sure her feet are sticking out from under there.
One arm.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
It's her one arm. I'm trying to get her sweater on.
She's like, oh, I'm totally hidden under here. Nobody knows that I'm under here. That's how she does. She thinks she's hidden.
I want to get her sweater on, so I gotta play it very sneaky. No. Now put your head in the hole.
But I can't keep making mass quantities of food without eating them.
I promise you, she may be growling, but she likes being...
And once she's in the sweater, she's good. Just
well, you're the one that didn't put your arm in the hole. There. You're the one that didn't put your arm in the hole. Carga said, haha, owns you, love it. Poor Belle.
Yeah.
Also too cute.
Benjamina's fucking Lent collection here. She's gonna be mad as hell.
Benjamina's in the other room. I said, what's up, Poopy, when I went in there to grab her? And she went, meow. So I think she is the poop culprit.
Oh, yeah.
And she's stuck. You ready to go back down?
Momentarily.
Belle's like, don't touch my booty. Well, you got a cute booty. Wait, where is Ben? Oh, it's on it. You did not poop again, did I? No, you peed. Carga sees the blanket. She goes, that blanket is also my work.
That's right. Very nice blanket.
Which I sleep with every night. I love it. I sleep with about 3 million blankets. No, I'm kidding.
Let me just throw this lint away.
Oh, right. I need to take these ears for her to fix. I gotta bring the ear cargo so you said that you try to fix them.
No rush, right?
No rush, but I am right now.
Yeah.
Before I forget. Cargo said Dottie is Frozen inspired, and I made myself a blanket that's Pocahontas inspired with dream catchers.
Cool. We got these things, super cheap. At one time, I believe they were mechanical, and their heads would turn and stuff, but I plugged them in, and they didn't, they have these little, like, Christmas light plug-in things. So I did plug them into a strip of Christmas lights, but they did nothing.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, they're nice.
We found those at
Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy.
We found those at the Goodwill in Savannah. So, got about 30-ish minutes left to check on the...
Okay. We can go ahead and do the flipping of the cake. I'm going to wash my hands.
Target said, uh-oh. I accidentally put the jar code and can't get out of the...
Bing, bing, bong,
I do
bong,
not know how to
bing,
fix
bing.
that. I don't know how to either.
We want these to be oriented the same way they are now. What we're going to do, take a plate. That's just a Nordic ware microwavable plate. It's not glass. You can use glass plate, whatever. Take the whole thing, flip it over, and because we put the parchment paper there, it comes right out. Now, you take the cooling rack and put it on there, center it up, flip the whole thing, and now it's on the rack.
Same thing with the other one. Subscribe. Comes right out. I could hear the flop on the plate, literally.
Then we're going to put these in the container they came in.
They're right there. It's right behind you drying. Because I cleaned it. And the lid for it's right over there.
We'll wait till it's drier. There you have it.
They look good.
If you let them cool the rest of the way, you can also go ahead and put them in the refrigerator to make them cool and harden a bit, which I'll do.
Yeah. Well, let me just make some room.
So we're going to move the Jello.
There's room.
Oh yeah. Now we'll let those cool the rest of the way.
Get some water in those here. I forget, honey, how do these go in there? Do you have a particular order where you put those in there?
On top. But do they need to be cleaned?
No, they were over there. They were over
Empty
there.
delivery.
Okay.
I moved them from over there. They were in the drying rack. Drying rack. Ugh. Drippy. Yeah. Cakes are in the fridge. Jell-O will be out soon. We'll check it. And hopefully it won't take so long.
At that point, we'll see if the Cool Whip we have is any good. I doubt it.
I'm sure it's molded.
SimCity Club Wars.
And if not, we'll just whip some cream.
Have that with some Jell-O. That whipped cream's out there. I'm going to let Todd open that up because I'm scared.
What are you talking about?
The whipped cream.
Are you talking about whipped cream or are you talking about Cool Whip?
Oh, the Cool Whip.
Okay.
I'll let you check it. That's been there for months.
And do we have any that's frozen?
I think so. Maybe.
Oh, really?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Because we should use that. We do have cream that we can whip as well.
A lot of people like whipped cream with their Jell-O.
Yeah, isn't that normal?
Yeah. That's how I grew up eating that.
Ham, whipped cream, olives.
No. Looks like the rain has kind of slowed down a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can see the sun's coming out.
Our yard is still wet.
Oh yeah.
I don't think our yard is gonna dry up instantly. Let me see if we have any more rain expected. Not today, at least. Carter said, Todd, OMG, those old school line Jell-O ring people cut up and put hot dogs in. Like, what the fuck were they thinking?
That's the ultimate party.
That sounds absolutely awful. That seems like I would be puking.
I think there were a lot more cookbooks doing it than there were actual people doing it. But certainly head cheese and aspic and aspic related meat dishes. Absolutely. I mean, I worked at a Kroger and we sold it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine making your child Jell-O and they'd be like, oh honey, I threw hot dogs in it. That seems awful.
Nah, man, the kid would be like, yay! Hot dogs and aspic! And then they'll be all, aspic, aspic, aspic. And hey, don't say that. Why? You don't want me saying aspic?
I knew someone that liked when we were kids, I forget who it was, hot dogs and spaghetti.
And what?
Hot dogs and spaghetti.
Oh, sure, yeah, why not?
From what I've seen, and what their mother did, was they would take the spaghetti noodle and cut the hot dog, put it on there, and then she would cook it.
I mean, why not? It's like putting meatballs in spaghetti, you know, but
I'm not going to judge you.
like somewhere between beanie weenies, you know, pork and bean type hot dog dish, and spaghetti and meatballs, somewhere in between there, right?
Carter said hot dogs and spaghetti is good. I mean, I'm sure. I eat a hot dog occasionally, but I do prefer a little smoky.
Yeah, I used to eat hot dogs and bologna. I mean, at one point, I would eat a bologna sandwich every day or a hot dog every day.
I don't like bologna.
You know?
I
I was just trying to do it as cheaply as I possibly could. You know what I mean? And that really did it.
You won't catch me eating bologna.
Yeah. Sometimes I would fry it.
Snowfall in the Florida Panhandle in Alabama.
Wow. Like it is happening?
Yeah. This morning it happened.
Wow.
Carter said, I like a fried bologna sandwich with lightly toasted bread and dill pickle slices. Okay, that could be good if I still don't like bologna. Did you hear what I said?
Huh?
I said, did you hear what Cargo said?
No.
I like fried bologna sandwich with lightly toasted bread and dill pickle slices.
Right.
Okay, Bestie Boo, enjoy your nap. We'll be here. I'm sure we'll be live for quite a bit longer, I think. Todd just wants to take some water upstairs. Okay, Bestie Boo, sounds good. Yeah, I got my phone plugged in over here. Todd's got his charging on a battery pack. Cargo said she's going to take a nap.
Okay, I hear you.
Cargo wants us to take a picture of the cake when it's done so she can see.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. Don't know how I'm going to decorate it yet, but I'll figure it out. I told her we'll still be live for a bit.
Yeah.
We might be live for a few hours. Well, I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, now that it's us, I know.
Right. It might not be very exciting stuff. That's all right.
Kind of windy out there.
Mm-hmm. And Peter.
I don't see Peter.
Are we using all this?
I don't know.
Okay. Let's do cake board.
Don't know where they are.
All right, I'll do it.
Todd's got to get the cake board. In about 10 minutes, we will check on the Jell-O. You gotta get your coffee too.
So this is a Teco cake stand. This is a 612. It's got this heavy cast iron base, this aluminum top. This is a little rubber mat that goes on there. And this is just a cardboard cake board with a glossy finish on one side. That rubber mat keeps it in place. Often you just put a little bit of frosting right there on the board and then put your cake down. And then you spin it and see if there's any like wobbles. You just keep your eye on one section. And when it gets higher, you move it until you have it centered. And it helps.
You got me this cake stand for my birthday one year.
That's right. Then we have a couple of offset spatulas here. This is the way. This is how you do it. Offset spatula. Then there's a real small one. I'll compare the sizes for you. And the small one there that we probably won't even need, but you know, these are Wilton, or at least the big one is. I think the small one is too.
Oh, I got a Dollar Tree.
Okay.
I wanted a small one so it's easier to mix some stuff.
Now when it comes time, you want to soften this up a bit, not by heating it, just by mushing it around.
Not by heating it.
Yeah, so I will use this for that. Just kind of mush it around. That softens it a bit, so it's not tearing the cake apart.
That's why I like to use the little one, but it gets really good in there.
Mm-hmm.
The things I'm thinking about decorating. Gee, you need to decorate.
Mm-hmm.
We got rainbow sprinkle mix. No, hello. No, I'm kidding. We got some of these. We got what some people might call jimmies, but chocolate sprinkles. Todd likes this. What else we got? We got the Wicked Glinda and Elphaba edible shimmer. And then I have some of these royal icing things by Wilton, which I like to eat as is, and they're delicious in my opinion. And they're mermaid tail, right? Yeah, mermaid tail. So I don't know. And then we got some other stuff. But honey and vodka.
But honey.
6-ish minutes. We need to check the whipped cream, the Cool Whip situation.
Oh, I'll check it right now.
Probably molded in that fridge out there.
Okay.
And we'll be pulling out the Jell-O soon. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like it could start raining again.
I don't see it frozen.
Bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
Okay. But is the other one molded?
No, but
We're not risking it.
there's something weird about it. Like, it looks like some moisture has been lost and it kind of like sank in on itself a little bit or something. Like there's little cracks.
Yeah, we aren't going to
See what
use
I
it.
mean?
Yeah, we're not going to use it. I don't want to get sick. I don't want you getting sick. Toss it. Todd. I don't want you to get sick.
Oh.
Please don't. Oh!
I'm kidding.
I don't need you to get food poisoning again.
No, I'm just going to send it down the drain here.
I was also thinking tonight, honey, we'll have a movie night tonight. Let me just take a look from the cake.
Alright, so we can whip cream. You want to do that? Or do you want no whipped cream?
No, whipped cream is fine.
Okay.
But in just a few minutes at 3 o'clock, we'll take it out.
Take what out?
Tell us.
Okay. Are you going to get on the camera or should I get on the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's check in. But yeah, I've never seen Cool Whip look like that before. I assume the cakes are nice and cool by now.
Yeah, they should be fine. I'm bringing them out. Let's just see what it's like if we set that cutter right onto the cooling rack.
Sure.
First, I'm going to point the camera over in this direction. See what that's like. It may be impractical to try to use this for this particular application.
There we go, that's better. We'll see if this works.
So I'm just going to see what we're dealing with here if we use that one. That's a little awkward. This is kind of above it. This is where we want to be. So I'm using it. I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm crazy about it or if I'm doing it correctly. There's no really instructions with it. That's as small as it goes.
Okay.
And now I'm going to turn it the other direction.
This is why Todd is doing it.
I mean, that worked out okay, I guess.
Alright.
So we take this piece and save it.
No.
It can be mixed with icing to make little cake pops or whatever. So we're going to get a little bowl to put that in. Now I'll do the other one. The other one looks kind of unlevel. I'm not sure why.
So it's not just...
The bowl thing.
No, you're right, it does look a little unlevel, my dear. Break it up and put it in.
Big ass bowl. Alright. Now we're talking. I'm just going to take that. I guess we'll just break it up.
I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay. So here's our first layer. A little moist on the bottom, I tell you.
Yeah, this one does look homey. I can't do anything
Is that
about
not your alarm?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
So yeah, that's for the Jello. It does look unlevel. You're right.
Yeah, very strange.
Huh.
So we'll start on the fatter side here. Now we're going to the other side. Right here. So this is, okay, but I don't know if it's any better than me eyeballing it.
Right.
Honestly.
You might be better off eyeballing it.
So when I eyeball it, I use a longer knife, and I can have this thing all the way out on the other side of the cake and still be cutting all the way through. Anyway, let's taste it.
It's good. What?
It's fine. We definitely could have doubled the butter in. It would have been fine.
It's moist, it's fluffy. They look so similar.
Nice. So I'm just going to take a bit of this, spin this until I find a high side, bring it toward me. That's pretty centered there. And I'm just going to spread some of this on here. Doesn't need to be crazy thick in the middle. And we're only putting one can of this, or whatever you call it, jar, package,
We
whatever.
only have one of it. Then we have vanilla.
So we want to not use it all up in the middle. Right now, I'm going to take this other one, I'm going to flip it over and put the very flat, non-porous side facing up. And because I didn't put any icing below this, I'm going to recenter now. Alright. And the rest of this is going to go on here. So there's nothing stopping me from just going ahead and plopping it all out there.
And then dispersing of it.
Working with it, right, yeah.
I get to do the decorating, you do the ice.
Okay, all right. I'm going to want some of this to go down the sides, so I'm going to move it all toward the sides. Just got to go over the edge.
Let it flow down.
Just a little bit. All right. Catch that before it hits the rubber sheet there.
No, it's already touching it, so it was better. Didn't you used to work in a bakery?
Not a bakery per se, but a section of the grocery store that had a bakery. So we would ice cakes. They came in frozen from Sara Lee, and we would ice them and crumble coat them and stuff. Make cookies that were already frozen cookies, you know. Just bake them and package them and stuff. I was over there on the island the other day where I told you where that IGA had been.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with that. I don't have to use every little bit of this.
No, you don't need to be obsessed and scrape the hole.
You need some of this here. I'll get the cake stand, the proper cake stand.
Can you open this for me?
Sure.
Is it?
This is the decorating cake stand, not the storage cake stand. I'm going to get that.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, it's right here on the table. It's got a
Gingerbread house.
gingerbread house in it, yeah. Do a display of that. We have other cake holders. I may go get one, just so we can use this for the gingerbread house. But here it is.
Okay, well, that just broke.
Aren't you supposed to wet them or something?
No. What's with the royal icing?
Yeah, you wet the back of that thing?
What? No, you never.
Oh, no. Yeah, they used to come on like a piece of paper.
No.
Yeah, believe me.
No, I really used to. This one I'm gonna eat. Good, bro. Sugar.
Here's the gingerbread house that Dottie decorated. So we might just leave this in here for now. Unless you're ready to get rid of this.
Nah.
Huh?
No, we're not ready to.
Alright, so we're going to go get another cake holder.
The one thing with royal icing decorations, they tend to break.
Oh, yeah.
I've already had a couple that were broken, so. The ones that did break, I'm just going to take the thin mermaid. And I just stuck my finger in frosting. Which isn't a bad thing. Another, they just break so incredibly easy.
We have a couple of vintage cake transporters that are Tupperware. We're going to all out this time.
Another one broke.
This one. The glass stand. Honey.
It broke.
Why are you not... Okay, well, that's cool. You're putting them white side out? That's fine. Just leave them like that. It's fine. She's over there eating them. Oh, it broke.
No, they did.
Oh, look, another one broke. Gosh.
They did break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, get it away from the edge. Get it a little further away from the edge. Move that stuff.
No, they did break.
This shit here gets everywhere. Point it downward. Get closer to the cake. You can see that shit. Maybe you can't see it. I can see it wafting away in the air.
Well, it's edible shimmer. It's not going to kill anything.
It's not going to get on the food either if you don't get closer. Okay. Let me see if it's in
It's so pretty.
Let me check the method here.
What's coming on there? We don't need to use the whole bottle on there. I'm just adding some
See what I'm
sugar.
doing here?
Yeah. Okay, I can do it.
I'm not moving the bottle. I'm not moving it away from the cake. I'm getting it near the cake. Now that one's going to come out a lot quicker, okay?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just getting near it. Let me see that one. Here, take this one.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing?
Yeah. We like a mermaid cake.
That one comes out very quick. But that one, you get a little closer.
That looks pretty. I just want a little shimmer right here.
Again,
No, I know.
total ignoring. Okay. Yeah, get it closer. There you go. Now you're doing it. You don't have to hit it that hard either.
I'm not using the whole bottle on there, just making it pretty. We're going to be shitting glitter.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like great. My wife loves glitter.
Remember that it's a rotating cake stand. Okay, there you go.
Look, glitter is a girl. That's
Okay.
It's technically backwards, but you know.
Got those on there backwards. I don't suppose it really matters, but.
Linda should be with Linda.
Yeah.
And then a few rainbow sprinkles. Because in my opinion, no cake is completely wrong.
Maybe we can put crumbles on the side. Let's see if we can get some crumbles going there.
Yeah, so you gotta press the sprinkles in. They just kind of roll off the frosting.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gently not pressing per se. I'm just kind of tapping. You know what I mean? Mother fudge, get in there. That one sprinkle does not want to. That's how I do mother.
Babe, clean it off and dry it off.
I am. Man, I had a chunk of whipped cream in there, or whatever you call it, full of.
Okay, I'm gonna try to crumble the stuff in here.
Like a mermaid cake.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty. There we go. Hey Megan, what's up? Megan said, ooh, fancy looking cake.
You ready to transfer that now?
It's like a mermaid.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna stand around.
I think it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the fins kept breaking. So I ate them. Something like that. No, they didn't. You try to pull them up from the paper and they break. Take my gloves.
This you just kind of clean off with a damp
So
rag.
hold on, just let me get that after you dust it off. Okay? What I've been doing is I take a paper towel, put in some soapy water, and then I wipe it. And then take another damp paper towel with water and then wipe it. And that, what are you doing with the leftover crumbs?
probably making what you call a cake pop.
Yeah. Or cake balls.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
This is the leveled. Leveled bit, and we add a little bit of frosting in there, mix it up. Megan said, "Oh, smart." Getting the cake off of what we call a bench scraper, right?
Yeah, a dough cutter, a bench scraper.
Did you put the cake stand back in there?
Put it away.
Okay.
There you have it.
We made a cake. I got all this stuff away.
Yep.
Wash. Key.
Now, I don't think there's really enough of this icing to make this into cake balls.
No, probably not. You only need a very little bit of icing that comes out.
I just don't think this is enough.
Probably is not.
You say probably is?
Yeah, you don't need a lot of icing at all.
Okay.
Because of the dough. Normally when you make cake pops or cake balls, you take your cake, put it in a stand mixer right away out of the oven, piping hot.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little drop, you put a drop of frosting in it, turn it on, let it mix.
Let me see the fork.
Right now I'm over here washing the rubber thing, whatever it's called.
I don't know what you call that, Matt.
I take some soap and water in my hand and I basically push soap and water in it. And it gets all between the holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then wring it out. And it acts like a sponge. That's how I found the best way to clean this thing. Wring it out like a sponge and lay it over something to dry. Squeezing all the soapy water out of there. This is what I've been doing for years, and I swear it works.
Mm-hmm.
All that soapy. How'd your cookies come out, Megan? Well, we're not. We almost got clear running water now. The water is clear and running right now. So that's what goes. There we go. Now I'm just going to lay it over the cake pan to dry the circle. I'll clean all the stuff on me except for this thing, because I don't want to hurt myself with that. But yeah, where'd you go? I don't know where you went. So I'm just playing catch up on dishes. I don't know where you went.
Here, throw the other two away and use the new one.
What, baby?
Throw the other two away and use the new one.
Oh, new mic. I was thinking we needed it again. Thank you, dear. I will check. Can you check the chat?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, honey, it looks like it could rain again.
Yeah, it sure does.
I'm looking out our windows here, and these gray clouds are moving back in.
So what are you having for dinner? Well, I know we're going to have baked potatoes. But, what would you like, honey? Do you want like a ribeye or something?
I was gonna have a baked potato with chili.
Oh, okay, chili.
Because that's one of my favorite things, the baked potato with chili.
All right. And what do you just compact these together, these cake pops?
Oh, I think so. I haven't made them in forever. I don't remember.
All right.
I think we also made some broccoli.
Yeah. Definitely going to heat up some broccoli.
What?
Definitely going to heat up some broccoli. Do you refrigerate these, or?
I think people refrigerate them.
Okay.
Or I've seen some people freeze them. I spent so long, honey, I don't pay much attention to them because I gave up. This is the first thing I made, and that's cool. I used to make them a long time. I know the potatoes are going to take some time to cook.
Yeah, they take about an hour.
Sorry, my hands off. You know, I might have a glass of wine. We'll see. Megan said, "Ooh, jacket potatoes, nice."
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what the bread is called?
Yep.
Jacket potatoes. I did some dishes. Todd's doing some. I'm fill up my water bottle. My water bottle. My Stanley cup.
So I put them in this silicone mold. And that was just that little bit of leftover icing mixed with all the crumbs that were left there and blended together with a fork and then compressed into this mold. I only cut myself a little bit.
You cut yourself?
Yeah. Only a little. Tiny. Almost like a paper cut, except that it bled.
Mm.
But you know that thing that you wouldn't wash. That's
why I'm afraid.
right. All right, so baked potatoes.
Honey, can we check the Jello too?
Yeah, check the Jello. Bring it up.
Maybe with that ouch.
It was one of those that doesn't really hurt, but like freaks you out. Like,
It feels watery. Shake it.
oh yeah, that's not ready.
It feels very.
Just let it sit in there. Okay, so baked potatoes. I'm going to get a bowl.
A bowl. I don't have a Band-Aid. No, wait, I do. Hold on.
It's fine.
Okay.
We got 4 potatoes here. Not gigantic, but they were the biggest in the bag. They're pretty big.
They're pretty big.
They're not giant. I'm going to wash them and dry them.
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing,
I'm
bing.
going to use this nylon brush and running water, scrub them off, and then dry them.
It's a potato brush. Megan said big potatoes.
And I'm not going to scrub them like crazy till there's no skin.
No, there's some skin.
Some people scrub the potatoes till there's no skin.
I gotta look up something, Todd. See how long we have to bake them out.
Just go through any list.
No, I know. 425.
Yeah.
Bake at 425.
For how long?
50 minutes, or until an internal temperature of 210.
Right. Sometimes it can take a little longer.
It's very.
You'll know they're ready when they're soft. You poke them with a fork. Some people like to poke them with a knife. If it slides through with no tension, they're ready. If you let them go for too long, you're going to get a little resistance from the skin itself. So you don't want to confuse that with the inside not being done, or it'll hollow out and become all dry in there.
Alright. Megan said, we just got a winter weather advisory. Negative 30 wind chill, snow, and 45 mile per hour wind.
Well, that's unacceptable.
It's windy at our house. Todd is pulling out a baking sheet.
Now, this baking sheet is not a professional baking sheet. We use professional baking sheets for the most part, but it does have this rack.
I'll be right back.
We're going to be cooking the potatoes on this rack. And we're going to line the sheet, trying not to bleed all over everything. So I'm going to get more than enough aluminum foil. Trying to control my blood here. So I'm going to line that with aluminum foil. Then, sorry I'm not on camera. I'll be there in a second. We're going to get some salt, some pepper. To prevent any kind of explosion, we're going to poke these just a few times. On one side, then the other. Just like that. Because they will explode. They'll build up tension in there and get superheated, and then you touch them and they... So you don't want that happening. All you got to do is poke a few holes in there. That's it. Now, we're going to take some classic olive oil, which is just a type of olive oil. It's not extra virgin.
I didn't know it actually said classic.
Yeah.
Megan said it. She said it's unacceptable. I'm moving down to Georgia.
And we're going to drizzle a little bit on each one here. Don't want to overdo it because we don't want to waste the oil. All right. Now we're going to coat them in the oil by tossing. This is going to help the salt and pepper that we're going to put on there in excess to stick to it. All right.
Did you preheat your oven first?
No, we're not really ready to
I know
cook
we're
them
not.
yet, are we?
No.
I mean, it's only like
Oh, it's too early.
3:32. They take about an hour. You want to prep these about an hour ahead of time. We're going a little more than an hour ahead of time, but I'm just showing you right now how we do it. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to become unprepped all of a sudden. No. They're going to be ready.
When we're ready to preheat.
And then we'll bake them for about an hour.
Pink Himalayan salt.
So we're going to put some salt on there.
Himalayan.
Now I'm not like going one direction. I'm just like back and forth with this thing. Because they can give you a hell of a time, all right? Mm-hmm. But you just go back and forth, back and forth. Then the pepper, I am going to go one direction with it. I'm grabbing that and moving it, grabbing that and moving it, letting go, grabbing that and moving it. As I let go, I rotate it. All right, now I'm going to turn these over. Okay. I can be a little haphazard. I'm just going to do that until they're all facing the right way. Yeah, that one doesn't want to turn over. All right, here we go. Now I'll do the other side. So this is a lot of salt, okay? And it's fine. You can over salt this. This is just the skin, all right? But you probably will want to eat that skin. Now the pepper again.
Come with a Band-Aid if you need it.
Okay, great. And when I put these on this rack, I'm going to take a rubber spatula and get all the oil and salt and pepper out of that bowl and drizzle it onto each potato as well. So I'm not going to waste any of that. Because oil is expensive. And people kill each other for salt.
List updated.
That's just me.
Okay. We got this grinder for $1. I'm like Mini Pearl. You know what I mean? I leave all these price tags on this shit so I remind myself what a good deal I got. I'm like, oy vey. What a bargain.
Megan said nicely seasoned.
So those are ready, and they're not going to become unready or anything. So I'm just going to set this here.
Because
The salt off of here. Spilled a little bit.
I did add Band-Aids too, because we didn't have any small ones that we got.
Okay.
I found this one in the lounge fly.
I do keep bleeding.
Yeah, put it on.
I think it's soft. Except for that little bit of blood right there.
Yeah, put it on.
See, look at
Yeah,
that.
we'll touch it.
It's barely starting to bleed.
Put the Band-Aid on.
I'm going to use one of these napkins. Like, why waste that Band-Aid? It's almost stopped completely. It'll stop in a second.
But yeah, those potatoes are seasoned and...
Yeah, they're ready. When it comes time, I'll put them on the rack. I'll scrape that oil out of there. Put it directly on the potatoes. And we'll put them in the oven, 425 for 50 minutes. At the end of which time, I'll poke this thing in there. This Thermo Pro instant read thermometer. I'll unfold it, stick that end in there into the dead center. And when it says that it's 200 degrees, which it will, we'll take them out of there.
Megan's like, oh, a little snag. Yeah, he snagged his fingers.
Very fine cut.
I haven't seen our neighbor Bruce and his dog today.
Pretty rainy out there.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she's had to go potty.
Probably. Now, what was I saying right before the potato? Oh, no, it was the Jello. Right, we did that. Okay.
It's not. It wasn't set yet.
I usually just drink black coffee, but I got some coconut milk real cheap, so I'm going to put some coconut milk in coffee.
I've already had a coffee and a Diet Coke today. More water.
Yeah, I hope that Jello sets.
We'll just leave it in there tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'll check on it probably after dinner. I'm sure it will.
I guess. I think I did it right. I suppose you could double the recipe, right?
Yeah.
It might double or triple the time because
Well,
there's more volume, you know?
Just gonna let it do its thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might put your... Not... He's bleeding on his hand.
Alright, give me the Band-Aid. I mean, I'm bleeding everywhere, you know.
Yeah, so that helped it. The Band-Aid on. I just threw it at him, like, put the fucking Band-Aid on!
This one?
Give me a good look. Megan said coconut milk is delicious. I bought some recently to blend with a little lime, frozen mango, and a frozen banana. And then Megan said Todd's bleeding out. Well, he's being stubborn and not wanting to put on a Band-Aid.
It's just in a very weird spot. Plus, each Band-Aid is like 6 cents, you know?
Throw away your bloodiness.
I'm just joking.
When Todd and I first got married, or it was like maybe a month after we got married, you weren't feeling well and we had to go to the emergency room because you didn't know what was going on. And at the end of the stay, they had to take his IV out. And I saw that one drop of blood.
I mean, it was a pretty good squirt.
And I said, I gotta go down. So I literally just started lowering myself to the ground. And Todd's like, get up. You said that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I don't want to end up here passing out. And he was fine. He was just severely dehydrated.
It was more than that. It was this asshole stressing me out, you know? And,
Whatever, not no blood.
I started getting like lightheaded from just him stressing me out, and then it wasn't going away, and I was like, oh man, well maybe I need to go to the hospital real quick.
And here
I don't normally do.
And here I was thinking I was going to be a widow 1 month into our marriage.
I hear it. It was Dylan. Yeah. Calling me up, stressing me out.
Yeah, I can see the wind picking up. I can see Bruce's palm trees are starting to...
Yeah, I can see that. Here, we'll turn the camera that way for a minute.
They're starting to pick up in our yard. Once his palm trees get moving, that's kind of I know the ones to pick out. Because we really don't have any trees left in our yard.
They quit now. They were I swear they were moving.
That's why I sent it to you.
Yeah.
The wind picked up.
Yeah, now they're just, as soon as I put the camera on them, they just stopped.
I'm like, okay, we're not moving.
Yeah, those two trees right there were moving like crazy.
Still sounds like it's good for you.
Oh, well.
Megan said it's so neat y'all have palm trees.
Well, we don't have them.
Look at our neighbor. That's our neighbor.
Yeah.
Megan, that's the neighbor who kept an eye on our house while we were out of town. Megan says, I don't do blood. Yeah, neither do I. I struggle with it. But Megan said those look like very nice homes.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
They're nice. But Bruce is the one who... Oh, yeah. So, that's something else. We gave our neighbor Bruce a key to keep an eye on our house.
Mm-hmm.
While we were out of town, we're like, just keep an eye on the house, and if we call you, please.
In other words, this dumb bitch Lee would leave the stove on and leave the kitchen. We said, if that happens, we're going to call you. We want you to go over there and turn the stove off. Which is crazy to have to ask anybody. And we almost made it through our entire trip, and then that dumb bitch did it. She fucking turned the stove on and left the house. So after several minutes of waiting to see if she would come back inside, and she didn't, I called Bruce and had him come over and turn the stove off. And I texted her and said, hey, I've authorized the neighbor to do that, and he did that, and it'll happen every time. Don't leave the damn stove on. So I'm just so glad she's gone. It's unfortunate, though, that...
It is herself.
It's unfortunate, though, that we're not able to collect rent from her. But we'll advertise soon, and try to get decent people in here who aren't Asian. Not Asian and complete fucking assholes. She was very much like China itself. They're constantly trying to take over other territories and shit. She would try to put shit in the areas that weren't hers, that are designated like she's renting these spots. Like, I'm going to take an extra shelf. I'm going to take extra space. I'd have to nope, no you're not, It was just a constant battle with this dumb fucking fuck. And I hate her. And, I don't say that about everybody. I mean, other than I say, I hate people in general or whatever. Man, I really personally hate her. Mm-hmm. And, if she were to die, I would probably laugh. That I would not be sad about it at all. They'd be like, you got what you deserved, you dumb bitch. And I haven't said that, the only person that I really only ever said, man, I'm glad he's dead, is Steve Jobs. When he died, I said, oh, man, I'm glad he's fucking dead. Stay dead, you fucking fuck. And then when Nelson Mandela died, I was kind of worried, if anybody has ever been set up to be, the Antichrist, it was him. Okay? And when he died, I was like, let's just hope he stays dead. Let's see what happens. Let's give it, 72 hours here before we call it. And he did stay dead. And I thought, great. Okay, so he's not the Antichrist. But if anybody has ever been set up in the history of at least my life to be a good candidate to be the Antichrist, it was Nelson Mandela. People think, oh, Antichrist, this is Satan, this is bad, and whatever. No, people are going to love the Antichrist. They're going to think he's the greatest thing in the world. All right? Antichrist doesn't mean opposite of Christ. It means substitute, and Christ means king. So it's somebody who people will think is a Messiah, And even that word is misused, that the Jews say Moshiach, right, or whatever. They don't really say Messiah. They don't say ever. They say shh. And it's more of an era than it is a person to them. And, people will think that this person, it'll be more than one person, too. There'll be a political leader and a religious leader. They'll think, man, these guys are bringing in a new eternal age that's going to be full of peace and all this, and that's not going to happen. They're going to love this person. And, man, people were crazy about Nelson Mandela. And he was nothing but a fucking murderous, terrorist bastard. Okay? So, he got out of prison after 27 years, and they just gave him the country. I was like, man, the ANC, a known terrorist organization, just became the de facto government, you know? And it was like, good grief, this is very bad. And, you know, people were like on the level of worshiping him. So I was really worried that he was the Antichrist, which is, yeah, that probably sounds crazy. I know that at the time it was happening, people were like, man, you're crazy. And I said, well, if I'm right, then it's not crazy. But if I am, I can understand how you feel that way. But somebody's going to be the Antichrist, you know? And nobody's really been an appropriate candidate. But here he is dying. He is an appropriate candidate. And what you got to do is die and then come back to life 3 days later. Or on the third day or something. I'm not too clear on that. People aren't clear on that with Jesus either. They say, oh, he got crucified and then 3 days later rose from the tomb. That's not what happened. On Friday he got crucified. On Sunday he rose. It was the third day. You see, Friday, day of the crucifixion, counts as the first day. Then there's a day of dormancy, Saturday. Then Sunday is the third day. You see, it's not 72 hours later or anything like that. And people are very confused about that. And then they start to think about, wait a minute, why is there Good Friday and Easter Sunday? That is why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, the neighbor that we had to have come over, we took him cookies.
Yeah, we took him some cookies.
I said I wanted to thank you. So, and we more than ate all of them.
We shouldn't eat all of them.
They're freshly. It was the first batch.
Mm-hmm.
And he just came to take the dog out at the right time to go on a walk. So I was like, perfect. Cookies.
Yeah, we gave him 8 of them.
I don't mind.
Now, you said you wanted chili. Let me get that out of the freezer because you've got some flavor.
Yeah, I know.
Let me just check that.
Sims Club Wars.
I'm tired.
You've got some here that already has some sour cream in it and some that doesn't. You want to finish off this bit here? Is that enough or do you need more? That's enough? Okay. We'll let that start. Let's put it out here and let it start flying out.
I'm thinking we go upstairs, go see the babies, and then we might just rest for a bit.
Okay.
Is that okay?
But just to recap about these potatoes, you don't wrap them in foil or anything like that. You put them in there just like this, with the oil, the salt, and the pepper. On the rack, on the lined pan. You don't have to line your pan, but I strongly suggest that you do. So you have them up above the pan. And you just do them for 425 for about 50 minutes. Check the internal temperature or the softness, either way, and they're done. You don't have to wrap them in foil, all right? These make a nice, crispy kind of skin and soft interior, fluffy interior, and these are russet potatoes, so they're going to have that fluffiness and dryness that you don't get with a more waxy potato like a Yukon Gold or something like that.
But I guess I'd like to head out to get some gas in my car.
Well, we're going to conclude the stream.
I need a rest.
Thank you for being here with us. Dottie wants to get some rest before we have dinner.
I feel like I'm going to fall asleep, seriously.
Yeah, I'm very drowsy. The barometric pressure, I guess, is what does it to
So I
me.
think let me just go rest for a little bit.
Sure.
And then We thank you all for tuning in. Now, on the 25th, we will not be streaming, as we will be spending that day with Cargo. Obviously, we could if we wanted to, but we do want to focus on spending time with her. And, but we will probably stream the following 2 days. We will see. So just keep a lookout on the channel, right? That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I'll set up streams.
So, but on the 25th, there will not be a stream.
That's right. So that does conclude the stream. I'm going to let this ride for about 30 seconds or so, and then I'll be hitting stop. I'll do that upstairs so there's no confusion. It doesn't go to we'll be right back or any of that stuff.
Can I turn the coffee maker off?
Normally we open Chrome Remote Desktop and
Wait. That's not yet.
make that happen. But since we're at home, we don't have to remote in.
Oh.
So I'll just be upstairs. I'll be hitting that button. But if you left now, I don't blame you. There's nothing really happening now. This is just the wrap up. Maybe I'll play the end credits scene. You know, we haven't played that in a long time.
Yeah, baby. You're chilling with a water monster.
So I'm gonna cut to an end credits scene, I think. Let me just get controls here. My fucking injured thumb is making it difficult.
Well, and it's probably best I didn't mess with that thing.
Yeah, definitely best. Where is that end credit thing? Oh, it's under scenes. Right. It's been a while since I played them.
Potato. My potato. Benjamin is right here, honey.